That's okay. You're giving it a break.
Oh, that's right. It's gonna go out of business soon, anyways. Welcome to Puro Pinche Sports. I'm your host, Jose Garza, and tonight I am joined by the elite panel of the OG, Marco Monreal, and of course, the humble hater himself, Jameson. How's it going, fellas?
Fucking right.
Humble hater.
I'm good, my boy. I'm good.
It makes
Good.
it makes total sense, bro. He is a humble hater. He's humble, but he hating sometimes, and that's okay because he is a Dallas Cowboys team, so
It happens.
he is a fan of the Cowboys, so he does have to show some hate in his heart. Not for people, just Jerry Jones.
Just Jerry.
Exactly. But guys, tonight we're a 3-man crew right now. We might get some guests. We shall see. Hopefully, everyone's safe out there. Holidays going crazy. Spend it with your loved ones. We enjoyed maybe a nice break last week, but honestly, I was just at work super late, so I wasn't gonna do anything crazy, But guys, hell of a week, hell of another week. Week 12 is here and gone. College football has come, and we're getting closer and closer to the college football playoffs.
I'm nervous.
Yeah, we won't know for sure yet who's going to be all up in there as the teams. I think that the announcement of the teams hasn't been done yet, but we'll see. I'll check them out when they are up.
But James, this weekend.
Yes, we do. Texas versus Texas A&M is going to be the big one. James, give me a good, positive sports moment of the week. Game, play, whatever you want to go with, bro. If you want to go with Mike Tyson's cheeks from last week, it's okay too.
We're not doing that.
All right.
Damn, man.
Mike Tyson's cheeks.
I will go with I think for me, being a fan, I gotta go with this. For me, being a fan, I gotta go with Cavante's Turpin kick return. That was so clutch.
Damn, he took mine.
It was so clutch. I mean, it just the game was meaningful, but to me, it's meaningless because I kind of want us to tank and just kind of get us in the seeding to get a good draft pick. But I think that was a huge mistake because if he doesn't get that ball, I mean, you're looking at a safety, or if he gets kicked short, you're looking at anything under the 20-yard line. Even though Cooper Rush he played a clean game, but them scoring so quickly, you kind of see how big that was. So I think for me, that was just a play of the game. It kind of made me happy. They played a good game that day.
Crazy. They got a divisional upset, of course. Like I said, not probably great for them in the long run, but good for the moment. Marco, what about you?
He took mine. I was actually going to talk about that kickoff return. I saw that live. It was pretty cool to see how he just let the ball fumble off, and he didn't let it. It kind of went under his legs or whatever, but he was able to turn it. And then that move he did, I mean, he took like 4 people out with one move, dude. It was crazy. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, that shit got me.
I was like, bro.
That shit got me. I thought he was going to get blown up.
I for sure did.
Yeah, but it was a crazy play. But I would have to say, just watching, probably, I would say a good moment for us. I mean, we lost Booker to an injury. He should be back here at least by the end of the season. And we had our backup kicker make a game-winning field goal against Carolina. Closer game that I would like it to be, and that's been kind of the games that we're in. But it was nice to see for him to step up. Came from the Jets. He picked a championship football team, a good culture, somewhere to kind of print his name on. And I think a lot more teams are going to be looking at him going forward once Booker comes back.
Someone had the nerve to say, he's like, he could have declined going to the Chiefs. He could have stayed in New York.
Why?
Who wants to stay with the Jets?
Nobody wants to stay with the Jets. But, I mean, I think that was a great career move because now he's proven himself. And then, if you're able to do good in these situations with the Chiefs, which there's going to be big moments.
Yeah, there's going to be moments.
He's gonna get picked up by someone pretty good. So it should be.
The GM was relieved that he got fired.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of them. That's one of the moments where you look at it and you kind of just be like, it's a no brainer. It's like you said, it's free marketing. You know, if he kicks well enough, he can probably compete for the job, or if somebody else decides to claim him or they want to trade him or something like that. I mean, I haven't seen a kicker get traded. I don't think ever. But I mean, that's like you said, that's free promo, and you get to play in the biggest of games this year. So, that's a smart move for that man.
Yo, for me, I would say we'll stick it to we'll keep it in the NFL. For me, it's just the performance of Saquon Barkley. I mean, what that man went off on the Rams, those big yard runs, 46 fantasy
Feels like
points.
he's been going off every game.
Right, dude, he's literally 8 yards away from 1,400 rushing yards for the season, and only 12 games in. Well, actually, they've already had their bye, so he's only done it in 11 games.
That's crazy.
In 11 games, he's already done 1,400. So, could he pass Eric Dickerson's all-time rushing record at 2,100? Maybe. He has. They have 7 games left, right? So
yeah.
Yes.
That's gonna be tough with them winning in the lead. For him to do that, I think they're gonna kind of have to either. We're gonna have to wish on the Commanders to like.
He's gonna have to average like 110, 120 yards per game for the rest of the way, which is doable. Now let me ask y'all this: that was my upside stuff. So everything. If Saquon Barkley can break the all-time record, or even if he doesn't, if he's super close, like 2,095, whatever, is he your favorite for MVP?
Yeah,
he has to be. That's a record breaking. We did the same thing with Justin Jefferson when he broke the record last year or 2 years ago, whatever it was.
It's a record breaking season, and it's something that hasn't been done for a while. Like you gotta.
But Marco, you're thinking rookie.
Oh yeah, year. Offensive MVP. He got rookie. No, he got offensive. He got offensive.
Rookie of the year or offensive player of the year.
Offensive player of the year. Yeah.
We're talking about MVP, the quarterback award. Ooh, the Saquon Barkley surpassed a guy like Lamar and the media's darling Josh Allen into becoming the MVP. I mean, and if we were on last week, I was about to tear up a new one on all the people on how the switch up came quick on Josh Allen being the leading MVP candidate. I was like, bro, get the fuck out of here. I gave him a nice nod 2 weeks ago. Let's not get stupid hasty here.
Yeah. But he has to. In my eyes, he has to be. Like, it's just, he's doing, like, undoubtedly, bro, you saw what they were without him. Like, their run game was kind of stalemate. No Sanders, no Gainwell. All three of them, I think they had, I forgot who the other back was. All three of them combined was not a Saquon Barkley. So you got to look at him like, like he's really he was their missing piece to this unit, and he's behind a great line that's healthy with a decent quarterback and good receivers, and you're actually seeing what he can really do. Like I know I was a bonehead that didn't put him in the top 10 of running backs, but it's like you want to see him be healthy. Like, and he has proven that he's healthy, he's looking fresh, and him and Derrick Henry are proving everybody wrong about the year span that you're giving a running back. Like, even Austin Eckler, before he got depleted, like Austin Eckler's having a fairly decent season too in a number 2 role. So, like, I think so.
I'm not trying to sound like a dick, but his head got fucking concaved.
Man, that was ugly.
Concaved.
I hated that was on TV.
I think when it comes to him breaking the rushing record, though, I guess you have to apply the same. Like we talked about Justin Jefferson getting the offensive player of the year award. I don't know if you're applying the same rules, and you can debate if a rushing record is harder than a receiving record.
Yep.
And I think it is. I think it's going to be close. I think he'll be favored. I mean, I think it's just going to be dependent on what people vote. Obviously, that goes into the AP voting and stuff like that. So I think he would definitely deserve an MVP award, but I'm just not sure if they'll vote him in for one.
Now, obviously, an award like from Eric Dickerson, right? One of the greatest running backs of all time. He set that tone with less games.
Oh, yeah.
So does it hurt Saquon's value because now they've added more games to a regular season? so he had more opportunities to break it.
Was that a different game?
Because that was the question with Tyreek last year when they were trying to aim for him for get 2,000. It's like, yeah, you can get it, but it's a lot easier.
I guess you can state that how fast he does it would have to be implemented into the regard, but it's still something that hasn't been done since what? I think AP did it in.
No. Derrick Henry did it a few years ago. He got 2,000, did not get the MVP.
Yeah, but that was on a team that wasn't as Okay, but look at the team he did it with. Like he was basically the guy. Like it was nobody else really.
Exactly, most valuable player. That team wouldn't have gone that far without him.
You're probably gonna put you gonna factor in everything though. You're gonna factor in the wins. You're gonna factor in his teammates. Like I think that kind of goes into it. But I mean, in actuality, we all know this is a quarterback's trophy. Or whatever it is. It's a quarterback's award. Like it's hard for somebody else to win this award other than than any other position outside of quarterback. So if he can do it, and I mean there's nobody really at the helm that's really competing for him. Like say if Lamar loses a game or two, Josh Allen has a spiral to the end of the season, then you kind of gotta walk in that light of like, okay, this guy is just hands down. Like, we got to go with him. But if Lamar keeps winning, if Josh Allen keeps winning, it's going to be kind of hard for Saquon to get his just due. Like, I mean, that's just how the media works. So, I would love to see somebody else outside of that position get it.
And I think he's a bigger factor on that team than even the QB is on his own.
Oh yeah,
team.
he's definitely.
I think if a team manages to stop the run against the Eagles, I don't think that team wins.
Yeah.
Like realistically, a good team.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So now you have to point out to the fact is how valuable is Saquon's on that team. Extremely valuable. I think the best player on that team. And that's what's getting them to win these games, right? They've been run heavy, and that's a true marker of it. So I think at the end of the day, I think it is going to be a question if he does end up breaking the record, no matter how many games. I don't think it's really going to matter.
A record's a record.
Yeah, record's a record. That's the way I think about it. And because at the end of the day, if you want to compare errors, you want to compare all these things, playing the game back then was so much more different than it is now also. So, I mean, you can go back and forth with that argument. So I think at the end of the day, you're breaking a record, and that's going to speak for itself. And I think they're going to look at, hey, how valuable is this person to his team? And I think if you ask me right now, without Saquon, would the Eagles have the record they have? I would say no.
Yeah, I agree with you, especially after how they ended last year and kind of how they started this year too.
Oh yeah,
I think without Saquon, it's a hard point. But I mean that's the beauty about most valuable player, right? Is that this without this guy, your team isn't as successful. So you can make the argument for Allen, you can make the argument for Lamar, but at the end of the day, it takes a lot for a special player to do it. And I was listening to one of the hosts of the People's Debates, Jalen West, on his Drop the Mic show on TikTok. He was bringing up how what was it? We give so much love to the quarterbacks, right? We give so much love, but we never attribute the yak yards against them, right? How much specialty players kind of like boost their numbers, right? It's one thing if you have like a gunslinger who's throwing 4,000 yards right there, immediate impact, and no yak yards. But then it's another if you get a screen and then the dude runs for like another 30. So, I do think that should be a factor into things as well. But
oh yeah, because there's a difference versus a guy like let's say like no disrespect, but let's just say like look at how Pat Mahomes' season is done this year and how he did it last year after the Tyreek Hill trade. He still got it done, but it wasn't beautified. It wasn't as explosive. It's Travis Kelce being hella consistent. It's Rashid Wright stepping on the scene, hella consistent. Putting in guys like Gray getting the job done. I forgot that other white receiver they got over there. Like, I think it's Watson or something.
Watson.
He was making plays. You know what I'm saying? It was a collective unit. Juju Smith-Schuster made a few plays. They wasn't explosive plays, but they were still Patrick throwing 20, 15. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't Tyreek Hill 75-yard bomb. Tyreek Hill 60-yard bomb. Nicole Hardman 50-yard bomb. Like it wasn't that type of style. So now you're looking at somebody like a Drew Brees. Drew Brees was slinging that shit. Like he was just all over the place at his time. So it's like you do get those type of instances where you get guys, well, this guy's gonna throw short. Tua, you know what I'm saying? And Tyreek's gonna make a play. And then you have somebody like freaking Kirk Cousins and like what Bo Nix has been doing. They've been putting that shit down the field. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just a difference. And I think that does need to be considered because not everybody's a slinger. Some guys like to just drop it off, you know, dink and dunk here and there. So it's a difference. And
now you can see it too. You can make that same argument. I like what you're saying, James. And like, all right, think about this now. Take Jalen Hurts out of that team, put someone else in there. Maybe a left. You know, Saquon, I think, still is going to do what he's going to do. You know, at the end of the day, because offensive line, you know, whatever. You want to say the passing game opens up the run game or the run game opens up the pass game. I mean, this thing could go either way. You know what I mean? Yeah. But at the end of the day, I think that team's a better team with Saquon on it. You could take Jalen Hurts out of it, and I think that team's a better team with Saquon.
Man, it's good to see, like, certain players that have grinded, bro, just, like, grinded on sorry teams, and they finally get somewhere that's suitable to them and their talent, and you just see them go off. Because between him and Derrick Henry, they're having just, like, incredible seasons, bro. Like, incredible. And it looks ugly sometimes. We're like, man, it gets slow started, and then, boom, here you go, one play, and then it just breaks it all open.
And I think that's, like, one of these situations where, you know, they always say, like, the team goes how the QB goes, you know? And I think that's why it's hard for a wide receiver to win the award is because you're so dependent on a QB. You could say also hypothetically or whatever you want to say, like a running back is dependent on the O-line. Okay, that's cool.
So the quarterback.
Also the QB. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they fall under a little bit more of a thing of under the same playing field almost.
But once you hit that second level, that's all running back. And it's just like
receiver.
Once he hits that open field, that's all the receiver. Like that's, I mean, because you look at this, the run Saquon had the other night, and it was just like, bro, it was one block, and then he made somebody miss, and then he was gone. You know what I mean? Like it's just, man.
All right, fellas. Well, let me go ahead and introduce our boy from the People's Debate. He is a guest tonight. It is Joe, the sports mailman. What it do, brother?
What's going on, fellas? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to make sure because it was a little makeshift. I had to throw on the AirPods in and wanted to make sure y'all could hear me perfectly.
Oh, yeah, bro. For sure.
I know Steve Jobs isn't there to fix that shit no more. So you know what? You gotta do what you do, baby.
Yeah, no, I had to switch it up because the wife didn't charge the laptop, man. So I was having to figure out, man. I was like, man, can't be doing this to me.
All good, brother. All good. Well, we're just having some MVP talk right now. Who's your favorite for MVP right now?
Right now, man, since the quarterbacks have kind of like plateauing a little bit right now, man, the way Saquon's been playing, man, to have a 300-yard all scrimmage yards, it doesn't matter who you're playing against, man. 300 yards, that's crazy. And the sad thing about it is that man threw the ball to a fan in the stands, man. And then he finally realized, like, oh, shoot, I threw the ball to a fan. And, like, and he was like, wow.
I'm pretty sure he got that back, and I'm pretty sure that fan got
I'm pretty sure that fan got compensated very well.
Nah, bro, if that were me, I'm like, man, give me about $500K and, like, it's for, like, 3 years.
Give me a part of your contract.
The fan would have a point. Not only Saquon broke the single game rushing record for Philly, which is owned by Shady McCoy, Alex's favorite player in the world. He's near what he's about to break Shady's all season long.
Well, he broke his own record from scrimmage already, and he still has like I think 7 games left. That's crazy.
There's 6 games left, and he's already basically at 1,400 rushing yards.
Yeah, well, he is the team. So
yeah, he is the team. I mean, if he goes down, that team has no hope.
Oh yeah, that's done. It's
done. It's a wrap. Sirianni, bye.
I think he's bye no matter what. But that would be my decision if I was the owner. Milton says, unless the QBs fall off, I doubt Saquon gets it, but he does get Opoi for sure.
Yeah.
Would it be crazy to say if Saquon won MVP, he can give Derrick Henry Offensive Player of the Year? No? Okay.
Well, it was like that year when Adrian Peterson won MVP and, Peyton Manning won Comeback Player of the Year. Remember that crazy year?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. That was a crazy season.
Bro, when they said Peyton was comeback player of the year, I was like, oh, don't tell me he's getting MVP too. Don't tell me that. Don't.
Yeah.
And then they gave it to Adrian. I was like, fuck you.
Yeah,
So-
I think that was the last time a skill player won the award, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
All right. And Milton lastly says you can make same point for Alan Lamar without them. They are not winning teams without those guys. Yeah. I brought that up earlier. It's definitely a thing. Fellas, game of the week this week. I don't know if y'all agree with me. I think it was last night, Monday Night Football. Ravens versus Chargers. Harbaugh Bowl. Brother versus brother once again. Always entertaining as hell. Let me ask y'all this. Both are winning teams. Both are wild card teams, right?
Mm-hmm. At the moment.
At the moment. And it's kind of harder to see, either of them taking the division at this point. I mean, Ravens more likely, but Chargers no. They would need the Chiefs to really fall off for that to happen. What are your expectations? Like, how did y'all feel after that game? I want to go. Joe, I'm gonna go to you. Go for it.
With the Chargers, man, you're just seeing what they don't have on offense is a number one wide receiver. I'm like Quentin Johnson, Mr. Butterfingers himself, just can't catch balls when they need it, bro. It's just it's just frustrating to me to see Herbie the way he's playing,
Bro,
getting
playing
protected, and they just don't have the weapons around him. I know
money.
This draft is a generational, possibly wide receiver draft. Hopefully, he gets his wide receiver one in the process, man. But I'm so glad that they took Joel Alt because it's showing why that was the right pick. I know a lot of people were giving me flack. And me, I thought Joel Alt was the number one pick to me, like the best player in the draft. Of course, Caleb was going to go one, but it's just showing what good coaching does for a franchise and can change it up. It doesn't matter who you have around. As long as you have a good coach, you have a chance to win.
Yeah.
And it just showed, like, even though Brother John got the best of Brother Jim, I guess if I'm not mistaken, 3-0 against head-to-head matchups is just the Chargers don't have the horses just yet. And I feel like it's coming, man, where eventually that team's going to be nasty in the AFC.
Marco, what do you think?
No, I mean, I agree. I think one thing I learned from this game, I mean, besides it being a good game at the end, Ravens kind of took it. One thing I think I learned about the Ravens, I've been learning throughout the season, is that the Ravens, the way they're going to win is getting ahead and controlling the line of scrimmage, controlling the run, and controlling the time on the clock.
Yeah.
The Ravens get behind. If you look at the times they've lost, they've been behind in those games, and they haven't been able to get back up. So I think that was a bigger point for me to see who the Ravens are, their identity, and things that they got to do going forward. I do think that they still need to correct something. I think they're kind of inconsistent a lot in a few things. Defensively, I think they're getting a little bit better, fixing a little bit of those mistakes in the secondary. I think stop making like clueless mistakes. So everything's kind of tightening up back there. I think getting those boys together. But I mean, great game overall. We know what Harbaugh brings, and they showed it. I think overall, when it comes to the Chargers and them being in our division, we know that's going to be a good team in the future because Justin Herbert is Justin Herbert. He's going to be good. At the end of the day, like Joe was saying, you're going to surround that guy with weapons, and things are going to happen. Good coaching does a lot, and we can see that from their previous coach compared to now, which the previous coach had arguably a lot more talent under him. So, and probably, Jose, we can't hear you. What'd you say?
I said a lot of time, but bad O-line.
Yeah. But still, I mean, at the end of the day, like Joe said, the coaching goes far, and you can tell. And that it's a plan of development, and I don't think that they should hang their hats on losing to that team because at the end of the day, I think they're going to be super competitive for the years to come.
James, do you think the Chargers are as far as a first-round exit? Like, that's the ceiling they can get?
I think they can go further, honestly. I think it's predicated on, it's like...
And mind you, before you keep going, the reason I bring it up is because the last 2 weeks they've played arguably two tough offenses, right?
Yeah.
And the Bengals and the Ravens. And before those two games, they had not let an opponent get 20 points. Yeah. Not once. Not even the Chiefs. Now they play two tough offenses, and they've given up a lot of yards and points. So that's the reason I'm bringing it up, because that's what they're going to face in the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, it is, but I think also too we got to realize that the playoffs comes down to possession. You're not going to get as many people going that are going to risk it, that are going to go for it on fourth downs the way Baltimore did. I want to say like 3 or 4 times that they did that night. They were successful on all 4, I believe. And then 2, it was just some miscues that taking place. The PIs, you know what I mean? All that stuff is going to tighten up, and I think you gotta implement the fact that they were missing Khalil Mack. You know what I mean? Another good edge rusher. That's going to be very, very key for them come down the stretch. So I think their ceiling is probably I would give them I can give them the divisional, man. I think they can really get there. Justin Herbert's playing really great, but it's like Joe said, like Quentin Johnson can't miss plays like that. He can't miss passes like that. You know what I mean? Palmer was giving them extra possessions. I think he drew 4 PIs and got 3 out of 4. And so, and if they get McConkey going, and you know they trust Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins and that stable of horses they got, if they can get a lead and they can run the ball, like bro, it's gonna be an upset for anybody, because like that line is actually built together now with Joe Alt out there, and it's like you've seen what J.K. Dobbins has been producing all season. Like his numbers are crazy. So I think with actually seeing what Herbie can do, you know what I mean, now that he got protection and time to throw the ball, and their defense, the way they fly around for each other, I think they can actually upset a few teams. But
it's going to be matchup dependent.
Yeah, it's matchup, like you said. Yeah, it's matchup dependent, and I wouldn't say like I would say their ceiling is the wild card, but I think they can go one more round further. I would give them another round at the most.
So let me ask you this, right? Let's put them against division leaders right now.
Okay.
Would you bet Chargers against the Chiefs?
Yes, because that's a
in Arrowhead, an LA team in Arrowhead.
I would
in winter.
No, yes, and I'm only saying this because this is a divisional opponent that you see a lot. Dude, anything can happen. Like I'm saying, like I know it's gonna be outside. It's probably gonna be cold as hell, which is gonna favor the Chiefs. But I'm just saying those divisional games, dog. Like you see the most ridiculous things happen. Like I would never expect the Raiders to hang around with the Chiefs ever within the last 10 years, and some of those games have been close. Like, I mean, they had nobody out there for the Raiders, and they're playing their hardest against the Chiefs. Like, when you're a top-tier team, you're pulling a dog out of somebody, bro. Like, you're pulling like, nigga, this is all we got. This is the last game of the season. What we gonna do? And you're gonna get your best punch. Now, they might hang around for a quarter. They might hang around for a half. Like, but I do think they can give them a run for their money. And it's all predicated on Jim Harbaugh. If you was talking about the last loser that was there, I'm like, nah, I'm writing them off.
All right.
Writing them off. But with Jim Harbaugh, like, bro, I believe in that guy. I believe he can scheme it up. I believe he can put the guys in the right place to be successful. And it's all predicated on the play.
James, there's 3 more teams we're going to talk about. Hold on.
I'm sorry. I'm just,
That's like I'm bringing an example, and you gave me a great essay. I love it.
All right,
the next team. All right. Chargers or Steelers?
I'm going Chargers.
Okay. I'm not mad at that one. I know it's more because, as Marco mentioned before in our text thread, that offense in Pittsburgh is tough to rely on, especially in the red zone.
Especially with that other guy on the outside that's fighting fans and shit.
All right.
LA
going to another outside stadium team. Chargers versus Bills. Do you trust them against Bills?
Yes. I definitely trust them against the Bills. I do. I trust them against the Bills more than I do against the Chiefs. I'll put it like that.
I think that's a closer game. I think that's a closer game.
It's a closer game.
I think that's a closer game.
To me, it's a closer game. This to me.
I am asking the question, so I am expecting ridiculous answers sometimes.
I don't think they get close. I don't think we go to.
Okay. Last one, and I think this was an easy yes. Chargers versus Texans.
Yeah. Oh hell
yeah. Hell yeah.
That's a total.
That's a good ass game.
The real reason I'm pushing back with the Chiefs and the Bills is because LA teams do not play in the cold.
That's true. That's true. I'm just playing devil's advocate, bro. I believe.
And John Harbaugh played in Michigan.
It's Harbaugh and what they have.
Harbaugh played in Michigan,
bro.
It's Harbaugh and they can run the ball.
If you see Andy Reid's mustache go frozen shut, what do you think is going to happen to Justin Herbert's hair?
Hey, Sunshine
he played in Oregon. He played some gold games. He played in Oregon. He played in some gold games.
Hey, Sunshine might tighten up a little bit.
He played in some cold games.
Who? Herbert?
Yes, in Oregon. He played in some cold games.
He played in January?
Huh?
He played in January?
Okay,
no, that's what I thought.
Oh man, I
believe get some of those California teams for real playing in more colder games for real.
I'm just saying, if the Patriots upset the Chargers in New England in December, I'm just saying they don't play in the cold well. I'm just saying.
That's true.
Well, Miami died when they tried playing against us.
Exactly. Tyreek Hill still can't find his toes.
Sub-zero temperatures.
Bro, I don't know if y'all, but are y'all a fan of like outside stadiums? You would think that the NFL would build stadiums knowing the NFL guys should be playing inside, not be looking at like crazy snow and stuff like that.
You don't love football. You don't love football.
I love football and I love the snow.
I just don't like it, man. I hate it whenever they're talking about 30-mile-an-hour winds and windshield outside all crazy. Like Miami, tell me this. The way Miami's offense was, if they were playing in the Dome, possibly it would have been a lot closer game than people losing limbs.
Because I saw them play against the Chiefs in London that same year, and they sucked.
It was still cold that day too, but
get out of here with that boo.
I think the conditions would make football.
Was it not cold for Kansas City too?
Yeah, but you got to think about it. They play every year in that.
It's okay.
Now if we want to get into
same problem.
Now, if we want to get into the climatology of Kansas City don't get that cold. That was a very
rare.
Sub-zero is a very rare.
I was just surprised. I was just surprised because that same weekend with Pittsburgh and Buffalo, they moved the game to like a day where it wouldn't be as bad. You would think with that type of temperature, they would have moved it back just a day.
But it was the
reason they moved it was because the Bills were going through blizzard conditions. They were getting like almost 2 feet of snow, so they had to move that game. For this one, it was just freezing temperatures, no precip, so you didn't have any rain, you didn't have any worries for people traveling. It was just cold, and it was just a day after. That's why they didn't move it.
It was just a day after tomorrow. That's it, bro. Don't worry.
Don't get me wrong. I would have been fucking stiff as a rock.
Bro,
there was people out there shirtless. Titties.
They lost limbs because of it.
Lost limbs.
Hey, you win some, you lose some. You lose some limbs so you can win some games.
Football, baby.
You
can't tell me that Cleveland game wasn't badass seeing Jameis Winston do what he did.
It was cool, man, but it's just. I don't know, man, because the way the NFL makes so much money nowadays and all these like luxurious stadiums, you're telling me these teams on the East.
Joe, that's the privileged mailman in you. That's the mailman with AC talking. That's not the mailman that's still gotta drive a fucking truck with no AC and that shit. That's the privileged side of you right now that's talking. I don't want to hear it. You need to remember your roots.
I still gotta walk.
Your roots.
I still have to walk at the end of the day.
You still got AC in your vehicle. Don't even go there. I know things.
Hey, everybody's like, man, what are they talking about right now? Mailman talk on this pod. What's going on?
If y'all don't know, rookies don't get that privilege like these experienced fellas do. we still gotta drive with the windows down while it's 110 degrees. Get the fuck out of here.
Sorry, bro.
I bet y'all was getting that wind chill this morning. That shit was blowing.
No, it was good this morning.
Dude, I was in shorts and cut sleeves y todo. I was like,
I went in there. I went in there 4:30. Boy, that shit was whistling. I was like, hell no.
No Diddy.
All right, well, guys, we're going to stop your Diddy talks, you sick, nasty fucks. It's time to go into the main topic of the show, which is we are ranking the top 10 QBs since the year 2000. Now, the players didn't have to be drafted after 2000. They just have to have been played. That's about it. So you can get a guy in who was drafted in 1989 and played in 2000s. If you think he was one of the best ever and does that short amount of time, sure, cool. But it's Your list. It's subjective. Okay. As a guy says on TikTok, it's your list. You can't miss. But we will have pushback for the fun because that's who we are, right? That's how we're here to debate. Right, Mr. People's Debate, Joe?
Yes, sir, man. This is why we do what we do to love every Tuesday or Wednesday night.
I just know y'all gonna be pissed off.
Look, Marco, I just remember.
He's not the Aaron Rodgers lover, so
no, Jeff's not here. Jeff's not here.
No, Jeff's not here.
Tom Brady wouldn't even be in the top 10 in Jeff's list.
Yeah, he loves Mahomes, so he's probably gonna have Mahomes number 1.
We'll see what Marco does.
I'm pretty realistic.
He won't go first. He won't go first.
And of course I would.
We'll go with the guy who doesn't like to sit in the back. He hates it when he goes last, so he's gonna go first. And that's you, James. You're gonna go first.
All right, my honorable mention, so I can bust some heads and get these guys out of the way, is Cam Newton, Tony Romo, Phillip Rivers, Kirk Cousins, Matt Ryan, Andrew Luck, and last but not least, Joe Flacco, because he did win.
Thank you for giving me your 11 through 20. I do appreciate
Yeah. And my number 10 is Nick Foles. He won. Did he not win a Super Bowl? Did he not win a Super Bowl?
You're a fucking idiot. You're an idiot.
Did he not win a Super Bowl?
My God. Oh my God.
Did he not win a Super Bowl?
Oh my God. Oh my God. We started hot. We are starting hot.
I did not expect that shit.
I'm coming in with winners.
Hey, James, if we're the greatest backups of all time, Nick Foles will be top 3 for sure.
Hey, I'm just saying he won a bowl. So
did Brad Johnson, Trent Dilfer. You know,
they not acceptable. I'm giving Nick Foles his love. I'm going Matthew Stafford at 9, Russell Wilson at 8, Aaron Rodgers at 7, Drew Brees at 6, Big Ben at 5, Eli at 4, Peyton at 3, Mahomes at 2, and Brady at 1.
Okay, can you say this one more time for the audience?
For the people in the back, please. Say it one more time.
Nick Foles at
fucking idiot.
Matthew Stafford at 9, Russell Wilson at 8, Aaron Rodgers at 7, Drew Brees at 6, Big Ben at 5, Eli at 4, Peyton at 3, Pat at 2, and Brady at 1.
Man,
Eli that high is crazy to me, in my opinion.
That's what's crazy to you? That's the one?
Well, Nick Foles, of course, but I already gotten over.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, James.
The Giants QB, that's why.
Okay, James. I mean,
I respect it.
Brave soul.
You fucking suck, James.
Where's Jeff when you need him? Oh my God.
That was some Jeff shit. You pulling? Are you okay?
No.
That was some Jeff shit. That was some Jeff shit.
Jeff shit would have been like Tom Brady at 10, Tony Romo at 9.
He would have done his list backwards.
Okay, with all due respect, I think what he did in that one credible season was historic, bro. A lot of these guys have been in the league forever and ain't done nothing.
I would much rather have Joe Flacco in there over Nick Foles.
Yeah, it was
Nick Foles didn't even play an entire season. He played.
You know what Carson Wentz? Do you know what Carson Wentz? Then you should have put Carson Wentz in there too.
No, Carson Wentz was ass. Carson Wentz couldn't do what he did.
Carson Wentz took. You know what his you know what the record was in that season? Before he got hurt?
Before he got hurt, he was great. Before he got hurt, he was better than Dak Prescott.
No, that season. But that same season.
Yes, he
was. That same season.
But he didn't come back the same.
So Wentz is on there too.
For debate. It's an if. It's an if factor. He didn't come back good. He was incredible. They was screaming MVP. Philly was going to the bowl. Dog, Nick Foles could have came in and pulled some Cooper Rush shit.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
All I'm saying is he just thrown a credible team. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm giving him his flowers. Is that bad? Y'all act like I said Kwame Brown is the best center ever. Like, this nigga's a winner. He has the fucking Super Bowl.
I just wish you
How
had.
is that bad?
Okay.
How
Okay.
is that? I be like, dang.
Okay. First of all, we're talking about in the last 24 years. You picked because he won the Super Bowl, and I give you that he did do that. I will not take that away from him. That 24 years above all the guys you honorably mentioned, he's above them.
He's not above him. I'm giving him. I told y'all I'm going off for winning Super Bowls. I'm not going off for winning games and being flashy and highlights.
Yeah,
if
but
that
you
was the
win.
case, half these guys would be on my list.
Okay,
yeah,
but at least he explained his version of what he did out there.
Okay.
So that's it.
I'm
That's
going off
it.
for winning bowls, bro.
right.
I'm not going off for accolades. Like, if we're going off for accolades, shit, I can put fucking Andrew Luck's career versus a lot of these guys. He was a real quarterback. He balled out. So was Matt Ryan. He almost got the job done. Cam Newton fumbled the bag.
Don't worry, James.
Phillip
Don't worry.
Rivers was a winner.
We will allow TikTok and YouTube to be all the commenter attackers. You won't read it.
And
I know
look,
you.
my address is.
All right, pull up if you want to say something. I dare you.
Like,
This just in. This area has just been attacked because of a crazy number 10 list.
That's
All
just
right.
crazy.
You broke Milton, so the Gannon is in there. LOL. Whoa. Eli at 4 is wild. Eli over Breeze is criminal, brother. That's 1 year over 20-year span. Nick Foles didn't either. LOL. You put him in a top 10. That is blasphemy.
Man, Milton has a lot of time on his hands today, I guess.
Hey, he can work and still have them fingers. He's good. He was that shocked. It was that shocked for him. All right. Marco, I think you might feel better after that, so you might not look as bad now. So it's your turn.
Yeah, no, definitely. Whatever I say now looks a lot better than Nick Foles at number 10. I definitely don't have Nick Foles. I definitely don't have Nick Foles even in my honorable mention. But in my honorable mention, I got Cam Newton. I got Lamar. I got all those good players. Not Phillip Rivers because he cries too much. Good Catholic, though. Good Catholic. We'll start at number 10, Joe Flacco. Number 9, Matt Stafford. Number 8, Russell Wilson. Number 7, Big Ben. Number 5, Aaron Rodgers. Number 4, Drew Brees. Oh, shit. I think I named – wait. I said Flacco, Stafford, Russ, Ben, Aaron, Drew Brees, Eli Manning, Payne, Pat, and then Tom. I got confused. But yeah.
Very good. You want to write it down one more time? Just so
I can write it down one more time. So I got – let me make sure. Okay. I got number 10, I got Flacco. Number 9, Matt Stafford. Number 8, Russell Wilson. Number 7, Big Ben. Number 6, Aaron Rodgers. Number 5, Drew Brees. Number 4, Eli Manning. Number 3, Peyton Manning. Number 2, Patrick Mahomes. And number 1, Tom Brady.
All right. Any pushback there, fellas? I know it's his list, but any pushback?
No, just like a little bit of like seeding and stuff like that. But the 10 guys, I feel like it's a good list. You know, you can nitpick like, oh, who should be here, who should be there.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, your list is almost as similar as James, except for number 10. Otherwise, it's almost spot on, to be honest with you. Right now that I'm writing it down.
Y'all not gonna leave that alone, then, so.
No. I was gonna leave you alone about leaving Saquon out of your top 10 before the season because at least you apologize for it. This I don't know.
Apologize for it. I just said it was predicated on him being healthy, and I stand on that.
I almost said Dan
Bro,
Orlovsky.
we put Nick Chubb and Christopher McCaffrey with an Achilles in that top 10, and they were not healthy coming into the season, and we knew that.
Yeah.
You crazy. Milton definitely has time on his hands. What are y'all smoking? Joe Flacco at 10?
Come on, bro. What do you mean?
His list is Breeze.
Oh,
Taysom
no,
Hill.
because he says so. That's correct.
Derek Carr. No, he's a Patriots fan, actually.
He's a Patriots fan.
I thought he was the same.
Brock
Who's the
Purdy.
Saints fan?
Nobody.
He just loves himself some Derek Carr. I don't know what it is with him.
Oh, okay. That's why. That's where the Saints connection. Okay. That makes sense.
All right, Joe, you ready for your list?
Yes, sir. So at number 10, I got Matt Stafford. Number 9, I got Kurt Warner. Number 8, I got Brett Favre.
Ooh.
Number
Okay,
7, I got
wait, can you repeat 8 because I got cut out?
so at number 9. So 10 was Matt Stafford. 9 was Kurt Warner. Number 8 was Brett Favre. Number 7 was Russell Wilson. 6 was Ben Roethlisberger. 5 was Drew Brees. 4 was Aaron Rodgers. 3 was Peyton Manning. 2 was Pat Mahomes. Number 1 was Tom Brady.
All right, you left someone out that the other two had in there. Why is Eli not in your top 10?
Besides those magical 2 runs, man, he's kind of an average quarterback. He gets a lot of help from those 2 runs. That's why I didn't have Joe Flacco in there either. Just because like that, those defenses, man, were like unreal. Like to think about all those guys up and down that front that they had. Tuck, Humanure, Michael Strahan, like JPP, like those pretty much all those guys are fringe Hall of Famers or should be in the Hall of Fame. Then the linebacking core was just as good. Like I can't remember on the top of my head the guys that had a linebacker, but those defenses, man, were like legendary defenses, and they just matched up well with your boys, in New England. It was just a kryptonite, And if not, Tom Brady would have like 9 Super Bowls right now.
Hey, I mean, anything could have happened, but it is what it is. So we'll leave it there.
But Eli was in my honorable, like literally at number 11. Then of course Donovan McNabb. A lot of people forget about him. Cam Newton, of course, and then I can't forget my boy Tony Romo. It's my quarterback. T.O. voice.
The only thing I would say about Brett is that he won in the late 90s, and then by the time he got into the 2000s, that was later off in his career. He still did some good things. I wouldn't lie.
I'm about to say, nigga,
but Eli won 2 Super Bowls. Like I think if you want to squeeze Eli, whatever you want to say about the defense, I see what you're saying about the defenses and Flacco with the defenses, but at the end of the day, you have anybody else in quarterback those days, I don't know if the same outcome is there. I don't know. I think those are special players.
I think you can plug and play anybody with that Giants team. They would have won a bowl.
Yeah, like Joe Flacco had that arm, man.
That's really? Nick Foles?
Okay, calm down, buddy.
Yeah, it's just
you're not even a real
Chiefs
fan. Shut up.
Oh, here we go. Every single time.
Let's go. Clip is loaded too. Come on.
The same one y'all use every single time.
Want to shoot? All right.
What do you mean, you people? What do you mean?
I was a fan before they started winning. So no matter what anybody says, I'm covered.
Who was the quarterback for the Chiefs before?
What?
Before, Pat Mahomes.
Alex Smith. What?
Okay, before that.
The one before that.
I don't know.
Exactly, you fake ass man.
Okay,
there's a couple. It was a rotating. It was a lot.
Look, let me ask you this: if you're a real Chiefs fan or not, who was their best running back of all time that's from San Antonio?
Oh, I don't know.
Bye. Get him off. Get him off. You don't know his history. Get him off.
I don't. But I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna pretend to say a name like I know. I don't know.
Well, when I say this name, everybody should know.
Especially
all right.
Yeah. The name is Priest Holmes, sir. Who's the running back after Priest Holmes?
Larry Johnson.
No, I mean, I got it.
No. Who was the running back from Texas that they got?
Oh, Jamal Charles.
No. I want him to answer.
I actually knew that one.
No, you didn't.
I actually knew he was from Texas. Yes, I did. I actually knew that one.
You lying.
All right, let's give y'all some pop quizzes.
Oh my god.
Let's pull out some pop quizzes then. If y'all really want to do some, let's see. Let's see.
Don't better not come after me. I didn't do shit.
Who is Let's see.
Who's the only quarterback still with their original draft class out of the? Was it? Let me think of the name. What's the year?
Let me think of something. No. Hold up. This is my turn. Let me think of something for the Cowboys. Let's see. What is Jerry Jones' birthday? Jerry Jones, you're not a fucking fan, dude. What the fuck?
The owner?
Jesus Christ.
Who's the owner of y'all team? What's his full name? What's his birth name?
Huh?
That's not his birth name.
I think it's what is it?
Shut up. Ask them dumbass questions.
What? I know his birthday.
Shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody worried about Jerry Jones, nigga. We talking about.
He was-
They don't want to know Jerry Jones' birthday. They want to know his
I
gravesite
want to know
date.
I want to know what his son said.
We're calling it today. They want to know that time, Marco.
I just hope that they don't re-sign McCarthy like he was talking about on the radio station.
Yeah,
I was like, bro, don't even play with us like that.
I'm done if that happens, bro. I'm tired of.
Well, the weekly roast of Marco has ended. Let's move on to my list now.
I'm sorry, Marco. You just took a shot at me, bro. You got me a little angry. You know.
I said about Nick Foles.
The melanin came out.
Everybody told you something.
The melanin came out, man. I was trying to chill, bro. You know.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Christopher, is this your list from since 2000? Kurt Warner, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Phillip Rivers, Donovan McNabb, Dante Culpepper, Drew Bledsoe. Since 2000?
I think he's talking about the quarterbacks in the 2000s, possibly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I know that it wasn't the top ones.
But no.
There's some names missing.
Yeah, I don't even see Tom Brady in there.
That's what I'm saying. There's some names missing, brother. All right. So my top 10 list consists of, I'll give it to Russell Wilson at number 10. Number 9, Matt Ryan. Number 8, Lamar Jackson. Number 7, Matthew Stafford. Number 6, Drew Brees. Number 6, Ben Roethlisberger. Number 5, Drew Brees. Number 4, Aaron Rodgers. Number 3, Peyton Manning. Number 2, Patrick Mahomes. And number 1, Tom Brady.
I want to say everybody's top 5 is damn near identical.
Yeah.
Probably even to that 6 and 7 spot.
Me and Joe got it down from 1 through 5, and then y'all put Eli in y'all's top 5. So that changes it up a little. Actually, mine and Joe's 1 and 6 or 1 through 6 are right. I really
equal. Like Joe's Brett Favre though. That Brett Favre and Kurt Warner was.
I mean, Kurt Warner, the main thing for his side is, he didn't have a long 2000s run.
Yeah,
not top.
Yeah, still the only undrafted quarterback to win a Super Bowl. And started.
I can't believe I missed that.
What? Kurt Warner?
Mm-hmm.
You could have put him instead of Nick Foles.
No, listen. Well, yes, I could have. Okay, let's get the keys out the way. But I swear, for some reason, like I even looked at the text right now to go see, and I wasn't even trying to make an excuse because I'm standing by Nick Foles. I don't give a fuck what y'all say, and that's even to the community. Fight me, but
somebody buy this man a Nick Foles jersey.
Hell no, I burn that shit. Nigga, in Dallas till I die.
Well, Arizona Wildcat one.
I had for some reason I read 2010. I don't know why, because I didn't go back beyond 2000. Like I didn't go that far back. So
the main reason I chose 2000s and not like all time was also because not all of us have watched all time play.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm not gonna go out there and say, yo, do you remember? You remember?
Like, bro, I barely even saw. Like, I was too young to even watch Brett. Like, think about how young I am. I barely saw Brett Favre play. Like,
Marco would have been like 11 when he saw Brett Favre in like
last year. Gunslinger, my guy. You missed a true gunslinger.
I saw him like when of course I watched football when I was younger, but I didn't.
Not the same level.
Break fingers, bro. He leaves receivers with gang signs.
Nah, I remember when he played that Monday Night Football game, man, after his dad had died, and he lit up the Raiders, bro. Like he
was surgical. He was surgical.
Like, bro, like I remember he literally went to the Vikings in division, man, and literally almost drugged them to a Super Bowl. Like,
before they put that hit out on them.
Saints. The Saints
put that bounty on them, man. Like,
because when did Rodgers take over the starting role? It was 2008, right?
Yes, because that in 8 he went to the Jets.
Damn, I know more history about the Packers then, I guess.
Well, you're an Aaron Rodgers guy. You're an Aaron Rodgers guy.
Okay, hold on.
Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee, you're an Aaron Rodgers guy.
I am an Aaron guy to a certain extent. Let's say that.
Up until Don Johnson.
There's limits. Jeff has no limits.
James has no limits either, apparently. Love it. All right, well, great list, guys. I mean, fun stuff. Definitely entertaining, James. Thank you very much for that. I did have a follow-up question because I knew his name was going to come up. Eli Manning is obviously going to go up there into the Hall of Fame. He is one of the semifinalists. And the question really should be, should he be a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Nope.
No,
Why is
not.
that, Joe?
Yes.
I just don't. I like the Hall of Fame is getting to the point where it's just like, oh, you were good for a stretch, and then oh, you're gonna get in regardless. I wish it was back then when it was like the elite of the elite guys get in. Like if you put him against his brother, of course, who's more elite? His brother, of course. Whenever you look at him against even Drew Brees, I think Drew Brees has a better case than Eli Manning, even though Eli has two Super Bowls. You know what I mean? They look at it just because he won the 2 Super Bowls. Yes, he was the quarterback, so he's gonna get a lot of credit, more than he probably should have, and that's just what he's gonna get. He's going to get the benefit of the doubt. Another thing too, he played in the biggest media market in the world in New York, so it's gonna be looked at twice as good for him. If he would have did that, like in say, I'm trying to think like of a low market team, like
Cleveland.
if he did that with like Arizona, like if he did that with Arizona, I'm like, you'd be looked at like 10 times as much.
Had he done it with the Chargers where he was supposed to go when he got drafted, right? Now,
Could you imagine how that team would have looked at? Because that team was crazy with all the weapons that they had. That defense, how it looked. If he would have just like in my mind, I'm like, why would you want to go play in New York when the weather's bad? Like you can go play in San Diego, perfect all year round.
He had a gift-wrapped team from the defense to the all. Like that's crazy. He left that. I'm shocked, bro.
I'm like, you didn't want to play with LT, really? Like probably one of the greatest running backs of his era. Probably one of the
shits on Tiki Barber. You had Antonio Gates. You had one of the greatest tight ends. You had
Vincent Jackson, I think too.
Vincent Jackson. I forgot the other kid. They had a long receiver. I forgot his name. Damn, who's the other receiver they had over there?
Oh, real quick. Marco, are you still here?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I know you got to head out soon. I think you were saying yes, he should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Why?
I just think that when it comes to being a QB and you're playing in those big games, you have to perform. And I think it's not, no matter what you say, you could say the defense the defense plays on the defensive side of the ball, the offense plays on. Like, I think at the end of the day, you got to lead your team. He was a leader of that team. Yes, you had important players on defense. You had big time names. But at the end of the day, he took that team and did what people thought was in that time during a dynastic run of the Patriots, win 2 Super Bowls on their name. I think that in itself is great, and I don't think that you could just put anybody in there to do that.
So who would you select in the like? I'm just giving an example. So if we told you to select between 2 different sides of the ball, we told you who goes in first, Darrelle Revis or Eli Manning, who are you taking?
Oh, of course, I'm taking Darrelle Revis. No, 100%.
Because he's wide.
Yeah, because he's elite. But I'm not saying Eli is an elite quarterback. I'm saying
I'm siding with you. I think Eli should go in the Hall of Fame because of the run he made, but I'm not saying first ballot.
And that's my point. I was going to say
Aaron Donald, game changer.
I just don't see. I think because he's won 2. If you say he won 1, you would say okay, fluke. You do it 2 times, it ain't a fluke.
But Marco, and no one's saying he won fluke Super Bowls. No one's just gonna disrespect him for
now when it comes to the most winningest keeper. When you look at his numbers, they're not as great as other QBs.
And that's my argument. That's my argument. That he can be a Hall of Famer. Cool. Everyone's getting that freaking ring at this point, and they're getting the freaking statue.
So first ballot,
but it's first ballot. That means elite of the elite. That means you are surpassing guys that have been trying for years to get in that are still not in, like a Torrey Holt, like a lot of other big names, elite guys that still not got in. But you're gonna get he should not get a pass for 2 wins when he's a 500 quarterback. He should not get a pass when he has more interceptions than games played. He should not get the pass for having more. For leading in interceptions for 4 or 5 seasons versus having a winning record. He does none of that. Yeah. He has 2 postseason greats. That's why he's going to be out of Hall of Fame. Otherwise, if we take those 2 away, which of course we can't, right? We can't. He solidified those things. We took him away. He's not even a discussion. He wouldn't even be a fucking talk. He would be nothing. So that's kind of like the thing. Like for me, it's like first ballot should be like for those guys that are really, really.
Yeah, then I would agree. Yeah, I would agree.
So,
I would agree.
but Marco, I know you got to head out, and I think you got a game in about 30 minutes. So I don't want you to wait and lose. You're gonna go out there and freaking kick the ball and win, Vato.
Yes, sir.
I mean,
I'll
at
catch y'all
least
later.
4 if you gonna leave early. Not good.
All right. No, I'm not going to because you said that.
Hey, do it for Nick Foles.
Yeah, I'll do it for Nick Foles.
God.
Go ahead. I'm gonna run a Philly special on there. Free.
Philly special.
All right, later.
Later, brother.
Y'all get on my nerves.
What do you mean? You did this to yourself.
I did.
Who puts Nick Foles on the list?
I did, bro.
Exactly. And that's why you're going to get roasted on it.
No, stand by it.
You only because you forgot Kurt Warner played in the 2000s.
Bro, I didn't go back that far, dog. Else he would have definitely been there, respectfully. I'm taking Kurt over Nick Foles all day.
Right, for sure. All right, Joe. Doesn't look like we're going to get Cody tonight. He's got the little runs right now. So we also, James.
Which runs? Shit.
The Houston runs. The Texans runs. The way they're shitting the bed right now. Love you, Cody. Hope you're feeling better, brother.
I'm just playing, man.
Cody,
though, for sure.
Joe, what I was going to say was if you want to give your non-average Joe's top 5 teams, and then we can get your lock and your dog for the week, because there is no People's Debate episode tomorrow, guys. So that is also part of the reason why our boys are here. Hey, working, vacation, spending time with their mama. You know, that's why they're not doing it tomorrow. So it is what it is. It's understandable. It's a holiday. Thanksgiving is right around the corner. So, Joe, if you want to give us your top 5 teams of the week.
Alrighty. You're not your average Joe's top 5 for this week 12. At number 5, the Minnesota Vikings. Number 4, the Philadelphia Eagles. Number 3, the Kansas City Chiefs. Number 2, the Buffalo Bills. And number 1, the Detroit Lions.
James, how do you feel about that top 5 list?
I like it. I like it. What is it predicated on?
So it's just our power rankings for each week. So we're looking at it like, how do these teams stack up?
Okay,
Who is number?
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But we just say you're not your average Joe's top 5.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely got to go with that. I mean, even in that order, I like the way that was. I was just asking because I want to know how y'all were like.
Yeah, so we look over the games because 5 is a lot harder than 10, because 10 you could be like, oh, okay, well, this team is in the top 5. Well, we can put them at 7 or we can put them at 6.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me, Joe, that at the end of the day, you believe that the Minnesota Vikings could take on the Baltimore Ravens?
I'm like, Jay Jettas, man, nobody can guard Jay Jettas in Baltimore. Simple as that. Right now, the way Baltimore has looked, bro, it's scary to me. Todd Monken in big time games is going to favor away from Derrick Henry, and then everybody, they're going to forget how to play. Like, I don't understand. Like, in certain instances, run that man until he's like in the ground. Like, do that. Like, when he runs the ball, like, I think the stat was he runs it over 15 times. They're like, I think they've only lost maybe one game.
I told y'all that.
Yeah, so I'm like, bro, like, why not do that? Why in the Pittsburgh game he wasn't even on the field? Like, I was like,
yeah,
dude,
it was
like,
a few times where they took him off. I was, dude, and I will agree with you because I even saw that. I even saw that last night. It was a few instances where I'm like, y'all are gonna pass the ball right here versus gaining a first down on a short yardage area to force y'all to even go into a fourth down. And so it's just like they kind of confuse me. And it's the same thing with Philly when it comes to Saquon. Like, bro, run him to open up the passing game. Because if you rely on Jalen Hurts too much, you're going to end up running into lapses where he's either throwing the ball away, he's getting sacked, or he's throwing potential picks. Like, you utilize your weapon while you paid him all that money. Dude, your receivers are better when you can motion with them. Lamar looks good in the pocket. I love it, but I'm saying, like, dude, I'm riding Derrick Henry, bro.
But at the end of the day, James, You're telling me you would take the Minnesota Vikings over the Baltimore Ravens? The Baltimore Ravens that have only lost one time to an NFC team and one of like 22, 23 other times.
In my opinion, right now, I would say yes, because Minnesota's finding out a way. Minnesota's finding out a way to win these close games, bro. They're digging them out. That's the only reason I'm saying that. Like, dude, ain't no way in hell Baltimore should have lost to the freaking Browns. I'm sorry. There's just not nothing on that team that should scare you, like, at all. Not even Jameis. Like, with all the freaking talent you have, you let them get off like that. And I know it's divisional, but I'm just, that's ugly to me, bro. And it's some of these games you've seen glimpses of where you kind of like scratching your head, like, dude, like, what's going on here? So yes, at this moment, and I mean, I'm not a Vikings fan, bro. I think they're gonna fold. I ultimately think they're gonna nut up. They might lose in the wild card. Like, I think with the right matchup and the right pressure, they're gonna fold. And I mean, it sucks for Jettas because he just signed that big ass contract. I would love to see him go play somewhere else, but he's stuck there.
It don't suck for him, bro. He's playing with a backup quarterback right now. He's fine. He's playing.
McCarthy ain't gonna be no better. He ain't gonna be no Bo Nix.
I think McCarthy. We didn't think Bo Nix was gonna be Bo Nix, James. So
I didn't think that.
No, so we can't just say he ain't gonna be Bo Nix. We don't know that. JJ McCarthy was the better.
We didn't know J.D. Daniels was gonna be J.D. Daniels either.
Exactly. We didn't know Caleb Williams was gonna choke this much. You know.
Somebody did. Y'all said he was gonna suck. I said he was gonna be.
Cody. Time to grow. Cody was all over that. He was like, Caleb's not going to be as good as what everybody's saying. Yeah. But I just think
even Alex said that. Alex said he was going to suck too. But I figured he was going to suck in a case of like the league. Is he going to come in thinking the league is what A. Rich thought the league was? That was going to be a little sweet. And they're realizing that. But I think he has
too diverse of things, James. To be fair, since they fired Shane Waldron, Caleb has had his two best games of the season. So it's a coaching issue.
Yeah, I mean, which I've always stated. I said just look at the Broncos, look at the Chargers, and then you look at Washington. And I think the best one to point out is Washington. You can't name me a star player over there. Like, I mean, he is, but like he don't get the same respect as everybody else. Can you not say he's not underrated?
Oh, absolutely, but that's everyone else's fault, not mine.
Yeah, but he's not elite. I'm just saying. So it's in a sense to where you look at it like, dude, those guys are flying around and making plays and they're winning. The coaches changed. Everything's changed. So
yeah. Well, and that's why I was an advocate for start fresh, get a new head coach for Caleb, because I know Alex is a big proponent on Matt Eberflus and his defense. Yeah. That ain't gonna do shit for you with this offensive unit. And it showed because Matt Eberflus hired Shane Waldron, and look how far they went. They didn't go so good. They fired the dude, and you can argue their offenses look better the last 2 weeks, but because their defense is so beat up, they can't stop anybody.
Yeah.
So I don't think Caleb is gonna be as bad as people think. I think he'll be a lot better. And I'm sorry to Jalen, who's a big defender of Fields, and Alex is a big defender of Fields, and Trey is a big defender of Fields. Caleb Williams is going to be a much better quarterback than Justin Fields. I'm sorry. It's true. Justin Fields can't even get on the field. I mean, he can get on the field for Pittsburgh, but as the Taysom Hill.
Running back.
Yeah, as Taysom Hill, like not really as the dude. So Caleb will be fine. Drake May, R.I.P. That O-line is going to get you killed.
Protect that man. That's a valuable asset. I take it in Dallas.
That's all you are not getting Drake May. You are not getting Drake May.
We'll trade y'all
no.
A pack of Skittles.
We'll trade you Zach Martin. How about that?
Whoa. Hey.
No. You can keep your basura over there.
Zach Martin is going to die over here.
The whole data Stevens didn't die over there, bro. Come on now.
Bro, we can't even tank right. What are you talking about?
You're gonna die on Micah's podcast.
Hey, they said, how you lose that tanking? Like, what y'all out there winning games for?
Bro, I was literally like, what are we doing? I was like,
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you because I wanted us to lose. I was happy for Kamante Turpin's kickoff return, but I was really like hoping that kid fumbled when he picked it up and ran it back. I was really hoping like.
No, whenever the kicker missed the extra point, I was like, dude, like the gods are on our hands today, like in our favor for us to win a game. I was like, where has this been like the whole season? I'm like,
bruh. No, but this is my real take from that game. I'm wondering why, because I watched it on Red Zone, but like even at that, watching on Red Zone, I was like, how are we so effective in like stopping the run? Because Washington's been really good at the run game, and then we're not giving up passes, like we're not getting beat downfield until the end of the at least until the fourth quarter. But like, dude, they were doing everything right. They were taking the right pursuit angles, cutting them off. They were getting pressure, getting sacks. I'm like, dog, why I can't do this against nobody else?
I'm like they're playing all the young guys, man, and you could see which guys were like really trying to earn their stripes. Like Demir Overshown is a dog. That Butler story, man, for him, for Michigan State, the way he's been playing, man, crazy. Because then Deron Bland finally made his season debut. Finally, I don't know why it took him so long to even play. I'm like, no digs. Like it was crazy to think the game was 13-9 with 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
And somehow that final score was 36-28. Like everybody who took the under was like, "Oh, I'm sitting pretty," and then all of a sudden, boom!
Fireworks.
Like all fireworks. It was crazy.
Fireworks, bro. It was crazy. And it's just like my thing is just like, damn, bro. It's just like you just wish, like you can get that more consistently. But like, people that Eric Kendricks wouldn't see my field ever for the rest of the year. Like he's terrible. Malik Hooker, Donovan Wilson can't tackle. Like, bro, sit down. Like I'm benching people.
Yeah, it's just a lack of discipline with the Cowboys. I feel like there's no real leader. I'm like Micah Parsons, the best player, of course, but there's no guy that's gonna get.
He's not a leader. And then I think the guys are envious of him because of what he's done. Like not to say what he's done on the field, but I'm thinking it's the off the field shenanigans that people they can't relate to him or they can't. I'm not gonna respect you. Like you more worried about this than this. And it's just like, it's a bad look. I've always said we needed vets, bro. I've always said we needed vets. That's why I wanted Bobby Wagner. That's why I wanted Honey Badger. You bring in a guy like that, like, I have the stripes. I have the scars. I played the game at the highest level. Like, I was the dog. Like, this is how you go about that. Like, Micah needed that. He can't come in. He came in and he's the guy. Like, I mean, and it sucks. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, no, this team misses LVE a lot, and it shows.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't miss this conversation, so there's a reason why I try to limit Cowboy conversations. They don't deserve to be talked about. They're still under 500.
Hey, I gotta deal with it on our pod whenever we have the Texans conglomerate going on.
Well, that's your fault. You had to bring in the white T man in, and you had to let him do his thing. See, before James and Jeff came around, I had no Cowboys fans. Now I got these two fools. And then I got freaking Alex over here defending Dak over Tony Romo. And so, I got Marco, who's a former Cowboys fan, converted to, the dang freaking Chiefs. And then I got this man, the professor, Alexa Cruz.
Hey, I don't know what's up with my camera, but I'm on my way home. I'm like a couple minutes away. I didn't want you guys to finish.
No, we're not. We're not. We still got stuff to do, you maniac. But get home first because you sound staticky.
You want me to get on when I get home? I'm like 2 minutes away.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Don't get off. I got a lot to talk about, especially that Jeff guy.
That Jeff guy.
All right, that Jeffrey Dahmer guy he's talking about. I don't know that guy here. Well, I do have a game we could play before he gets here. Or should we wait for him to play this game?
You know what? I wanna ask y'all something. Like with the way the Cowboys were looking, like it was looking like tank. But in the NFL, like if your team, like no, it's a rod. It's not just for the Cowboys. Like if your team, the season's ending, like how would you feel as a fan that they win a game all of a sudden? Like would you be more mad or kind of happy? Like kind of give the guys a little bit of like a
I don't give a fuck, Keisha. Like dead ass. It don't change a fucking thing. There's still gonna be a lottery pick team. There's still gonna be whatever. It don't
Bro.
shit.
No, I'm not talking about the
I
Cowboys.
can't-
I'm just in
I
general.
can't
Like,
take
how
him
would you
serious,
feel?
Joe. I can't take him serious. He hate our team that bad. Like he's so like, and I mean, it's expected from a Patriots fan. They were legit winners. Like, and
No, yeah, it's tough
we get
because
talked
I'm
about more than them, and they have more of a above 500 winning history. So, like, you kind of gotta accept.
Look.
no, it's tough being a Cowboy fan where we're not like all like crazy. Like this is our year. Puro
Mhm.
Pinche Cowboys. Like I'm not a Cowboy fan like that. Like I'm not texting everybody like how
You a
about them
realist, bro.
Cowboys?
That's why I rock with you, dog. We see you a realist, bro. We don't come over here gassing up this foolishness, man. Like,
Yeah, I just
Yeah, then you
like
got Jeff who just jumped off the cliff completely.
Jeff
No.
don't know if he coming or going, man. Like,
He's bipolar. He was like, "Oh, Rodgers will save the
but
Jets.
I
one can save the Jets."
He hates Dak that much, bro. Like that. It just it's like it's
Because he
sour
looks like him.
for him.
Because he looks like
he
him.
looks like
He looks like his long lost black twin.
That's hilarious, bro.
and I just want that man to win one, man. All the stuff he's been through.
I
Hopefully
mean, when I
one,
look
like-
at his career, bro, that's those are my sentiments. Like, but I'm one of those guys. I was telling my boss at work because he's a Lions fan. My sentiments are just like I've seen Dak excel at a high level and play like really, really good ball. Like, you know, of course he's had his interception time and stuff like that. But even at that, I've seen this man carve up people. So it's just like, why can't you combat that time of like the game into an exact like entirety and then do it for games on end? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
he's had way more than what Tony Romo was gifted, dog. Like, I feel like if Tony had a shot at what he had, like, the outcome
But
would
James,
be different.
here's the crazy part that y'all keep saying that, and it's like there's also more eliteness around you these days. There's more tougher
Yeah.
teams. There's more competition. Like dead ass. Do you really think, other than like a certain years of the freaking Eagles in the 2000s, and the 2 years that freaking Eli took the freaking Giants to the Super Bowl, was there ever really any like competition at the time over there in the NFC East? Like, I'm not saying the NFC East has always been crazy like now, but like,
dude, they had Andy Reid was over there. We struggled with them, bro. Like, we were going back and forth. Now the NFC East is a revolving door. It was always somebody. Like, we wouldn't just like, dude, when Dak took over, Dak was beating the brakes off of Washington and New York. Like, the only team we ever had to worry about was the Eagles. But I think back then the defenses was way more tougher than what they are now. Like the Commanders were loaded on defense. Philly was loaded on defense. The Giants was loaded on defense. They were just more so missing stuff on the offensive end of the ball. Like, I think the Commanders' best receiver for a long time was Santana Moss. Like, come on, dog. Like a 5'9" wide receiver. We had slow ass.
Don't you disrespect the slot, sir?
We had slow ass Terrence Newman. Like, you know, we had like, dude. I'm just saying. Like, I mean, I just wish like Romo never really had a defense, dog. That's what I'm just saying. I won't put it like that. I won't discredit nothing that from that era versus this era. I would just say, truthfully, Romo just never had that type of defense to play with. So I think if he had that, it would be a little bit different.
But that's why, like, and this is why, like, it gets like it annoys me when like people like Jeff say, "Well, Tom Brady always had top 10 defense, dude." That's why GMs and all this shit matters. Like,
But
like
it's not
some,
even
it's
that.
well, no,
I would say that. I would say the fact that I'm not taking away from like that, dude. That does matter. The organization matters. You need the right people in the right places to make the right moves to know when to bring in.
But that's what my argument is, James. Is that culture setting will bring the best out of you. And the Cowboys, we know they are not culture setters; they are drama setters.
Yeah, but I will add to that and say you also need an effective league. Like, you need the talent has to be there. Like, the guys have to be there around your team. Like, you can't be missing pieces. Like, you have to have that. Like, because you see teams that are subpar that can get there, but they can't finish it because they're not complete. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, so when you have a guy like Brady versus having a guy like Breeze, you can see the difference, dog. Like, Brady was able to just get it done regardless. and you saw Drew Brees fall short time and time again for whatever reason it was. Like all that stuff matters. It truly does matter. But at the end of the day, dog, like I don't even think we're gonna see it.
And that's absolutely fine with me, James.
Shut up,
You
man.
don't
I'm
need
not
to
trying
see
to.
it.
I'm not trying to go to glory before Jerry Jones. You hear me?
This is what I've been telling a lot of people who tell us about like we haven't won in so many years. I'm like, it could be as worse as being a Cubs fan, man. 100 years.
That might happen. It might happen.
Bruh.
Like, there's teams right now that haven't won in forever. The Bears themselves are about to go 40 years without shit. And they have one Super Bowl appearance in between.
If Brianna see the Cowboys win, that's not here.
If Brianna's grandchildren sees the Cowboys win, you know?
I'm like,
dude,
like I've been
by the time they get championship number 6, they'll still be like 4 behind the freaking Jaguars. That's how long it'll take y'all to win another one.
No, I would be sick, bro, if the Jags win before us.
Or the Texans. If the Texans somehow
the Texans would have been sold to another team, another city.
No.
They're playing in Austin now.
And they'll have to convert to a new freaking team, the Houston Spaceships. That'll be the new team.
The Houston Energies or something like that.
There you go. Where's this boy Alex? He said 2 minutes. That man has.
Well, he has to set up the camera, bro. The mic. It takes a little bit.
What are you talking about? He's got all on one table. He's fine. This man takes forever. Nah, but it's crazy. I know he wants to give us his list. I don't know if he wants to hear James's list.
Jay Cutler at 10.
Oh man.
Rex Grossman at 9. Justin Fields at 8. Alex, where you at, fool? Ladies and gentlemen, we do apologize for this commercial break. Hey, y'all been watching the NBA much or not?
I have.
I've been watching the Spurs all of a sudden be turning into like a good team now. That's kind of crazy to me. Yeah.
That's what happens, bro, when you get a freaking veterans on the team. Like, players just start settling down and the game starts getting slower for them. Fucking Stephon Castle, bro.
He is top 4 now in Rookie of the Year compensation or odds. So if you want to put some money on him right now, man, because right now when I'm looking at it, I would not be surprised if he somehow takes first. Because I think Jared McCain, the TikTok superstar, is number 1 right now. But Stephon Castle, man, he's honestly looking like, to me, like another Shea Gilgeous-Alexander in the making, possibly.
But dude, it's crazy that you say that because before I went to that game, because I went to was it last?
Oh, hey, y'all were there at the same time, by the way.
Last
Tuesday.
Oh shit!
Last Tuesday, y'all both went to the game.
Yeah.
Dude,
y'all were opposite sides of one another.
That's crazy. Now I was telling my boy John that I was like, man, I hope this kid is like a sponge to Chris Paul. Like, I hope Chris Paul can't fucking wipe his ass without him being there, in a sense of like so much that he can learn. Because when Chris Paul was with OKC, you can kind of see like similarities between him and NBA and how they approach like their post ups, their ball, like how they come off the ball screens, how they maneuver off of pick and rolls, their pick and pop, where he picks his shot. SGA was killing us, man. Like,
he was.
Dude, it was like nobody that could get a hand in his face. I was just like, Lord, like this dude is so good, bro. But they played a hell of a game that day. Keldon, I don't know what's gotten into him. Like,
bro, when he did that dunk, man, I couldn't even hear.
Dog, it was crazy. And I had just put my phone down. I was like, bruh, seriously? That would have been good to catch live, but yeah. What up, Alex?
Welcome, Alex.
Oh, bro.
Hey, my heart goes out to you, bro, man. I know you tired of y'all losing like that. Like, them damn close-ass games, bro. Them shits is so annoying.
Yeah, I mean, you expect that from like a team that's not ready to win yet. They're really young, so like.
But y'all are right there. What you get? Yeah. Like, if you really take all those 5 games, bro, y'all are like the goated division of the NFL. Like y'all are
there's
like
a-
now, what, 9-2 or 9-1? Y'all would be 9-1, 9-2.
Yeah, I think the only game that really got away from the Bears was
I think the last 2 games, really.
no I'm talking about the games that like for sure they weren't gonna win was the Arizona game. I think every other game they were in it to the very end, even though of how bad they were playing. But the Arizona game was probably the only game this season.
But that's what I'm saying. Like y'all, like the close games. If you take, I think the dude said like there are 5 games that y'all lost by like a point or like last minute field goals.
But what I tell you guys, I knew as soon as Thomas Brown was going to take over, it was going to be a different team. I know people are laughed at him because the record in Carolina, but dude, he had no like he had nobody to design plays for besides Adam Thielen, and Thielen's way past his prime now. But like whenever I heard he was taking over, and then I saw one of his best games. Him being a play caller was against Green Bay. When he was with the Panthers, I was like, oh man, this guy could definitely design up.
So why wasn't he hired to be the OC to begin with?
I have no idea. I mean, that's not even his offense though. That's not the type of offense he runs.
I know
he's still running the same offense that Shane Walden
left, but simpler and better.
Yeah, but I mean. I hope they. I mean, if they're gonna move off somebody, I hope it's him because he is a player's coach. He's a former NFL player. He's an elite college athlete. So like, I hope he's the next one in line. If they're gonna do it, I don't. I mean, it doesn't look like they are, but I hope they do and at least give him an interview because you could tell the locker room really vibes with him. They like the way. Especially with his press conferences, he knows how to handle the Chicago media.
Well, it all depends if they keep the head coach to begin with. So we shall see. All right, Alex, you came in late. You coming in hot. Did you hear any of our lists before you hopped on?
No, I was
okay. Well, let me just let you know. I put Nick Foles at number 10, and I have been ridiculed since the start of this show, and it's because I'm black. So people are poking fun at me for picking a white man first.
No, hold on, Alex, before you get to rebuttal. My man, my naysayer, shut your whore mouth. It's not because of any of that shit. You said Nick Foles at 10 since 2000, not 2022, not 2017 when they won a damn thing. You said since 2000.
Okay, look,
he is
Alex,
the top 10
my fault.
QB.
Look, Alex. The truth of the matter is that this is what happened. I thought Jose texted 2010, so that's kind of where I started. And so what happened was I went off of Super Bowls and I fucked up. I will admit the people I fucked up. All right, I apologize. I'm making niggas bad.
Even if the list was since 2017 when they won it, he's not a top 10 QB.
Okay, Jose, I fucked up. Shut up. All right, let him go. Dang. We were just trying to let them know we just give them the juice. Like I made one mistake. The rest of my list is goated though, for real.
So he put who at 10?
Nick
Foles. Didn't he put Rich Gannon in there too?
Nah.
Rich Gannon wasn't. I mean,
hey, sidearm Rich was goated too.
He was okay.
I like.
What was yours, Jose?
My top 10.
Yeah. Brady.
Was Brady at number 1? Matt Castle at number 2.
Even if Brady was 1 through 10.
Matt Castle?
What? No.
Somebody has Matt Castle?
No. We're clearly joking here, and you believe these fools. Come on now. Hey, no one got anything more ridiculous than Nick Foles on the list.
He was. I mean, Nick Foles had a good little run towards like the tail end of his career.
I fuck with you, Alex. You
my
dog, bro.
But I wouldn't put it in the top 10. I mean, but
I wouldn't put it in the top 100 either.
Yeah. I'm sorry. You know,
would he be a top 25 quarterback to you, Alex, from 2010 at least?
Probably no. I don't think so. There's a couple other players, but I mean, I don't know. It depends. It depends. Like, What are you looking for?
I base my credentials off of Super Bowl winners.
Okay, but I mean, if it depends what you're looking at. I mean, if you want like a big statured quarterback that could sling it and has some legs, I mean, I wouldn't see why some people would actually think that he's one of the tops from the 2000s, like a top 25, like as you say. But I mean, like Kurt, I mean, he has a strong arm though. He really does. I mean, and he's able to move in the pocket for that big of a quarterback. I mean, if you compare him to Ben Roethlisberger, who is like one of the greats from that generation, I mean, he could.
Hey,
he's a better pocket passer than
they don't
him.
want to hear none of this shit.
Are we
Jose
really
said-
getting
saying.
Nick Foles dialogue
But I'm just saying, like he's.
and defense?
I'm just saying, like there's. It depends. What are you looking at a quarterback though? Like what type of offensive scheme you're gonna run?
They just going off of.
Is
they
Chip
going off
Kelly
of-
the coach?
They're just going
Is
off.
Doug
of-
That's what I'm
Peterson-
saying. Like that's
They're
that's
just going off
exactly what I'm
career
trying to tell you.
ethics.
Like it just depends.
Okay, it's not what you're looking for. It's just simple. Who are the top 10 quarterbacks?
Okay.
since
Well, I'm just letting
2000?
you know the way I ran this top 10 list is what I would want as if I was an OC. You know what I mean?
Oh,
This
Jesus,
is about
no.
to get good.
Oh.
Please take me off of the meme history because Alex is about to insert himself at number 1.
Oh,
I
Number
can't
10,
wait.
Jay Cutler.
I need a bag. I'm
All right.
about to pass out. Go ahead.
So are you ready or no?
Yes.
Hold on,
my-
hold on.
He's trying to get the laughter out of him. It's going to come back. I don't even know. Just mute yourself. Mute
Okay.
yourself.
Okay.
So my top 10 quarterbacks from 2000s till right now. My honorable mention is gonna be Brett Favre. My number 10, I'm gonna have to pick Cam Newton. Number 9, I'm gonna pick Kurt Warner. Number 8, I'm gonna pick Matt Stafford. Number 7, Michael Vick. I mean, have you guys already noticed that anytime I do a top 10 or pick, Michael Vick is always my quarterback. Number 6, Big Ben. I'm gonna pick Big Ben. Number 5, I'm gonna have to go Patrick Mahomes. Number 4, Philip Rivers. Number 3, Drew Brees.
Okay.
Number two, Peyton Manning, and then number 1 is TB.
Okay.
Terry Bradshaw. Okay, got it.
If you want to say top 10 analysts since 2000, sure. Oh, okay. Can you explain? I wish Marco was here. Oh, that would have been awesome. Can you explain Phillip Rivers over Patrick Mahomes, please?
I grew up watching Philip Rivers play, and he was always able to sling it, no matter who was on his team. Patrick Mahomes, I mean, he's been having a lot of issues with the turnovers. I don't know if that's. I mean, it's pretty apparent now that he doesn't have anybody. His turnovers has gotten up significantly now since not having Tyreek Hill. And I don't know, man. I just like I said, if I was to start if I was able to start if I was the OC, this is the type of quarterback I would want from if I was able to pick. You know what I mean? Starting from number 1 to 10. And I was picking a depth chart.
If we're talking about who's making the most babies, Philip Rivers top 4 at least.
He doesn't have any rings, but he's got kids. That's for damn sure. Alex, to go to what you're saying, when did they get rid of Tyreek? 2022, right? That was the year.
Yeah.
He's done 12, 14, and now 11 interceptions. So he's kind of like on average where he's doing now. Before that, with Tyreek, he had 12, 5, 6, and 13. So kind of the same, nothing too crazy. Now, if you want to say his passing yards or stuff like that, I mean, not even that. I mean, his passing yards 2 years ago was the best of his career. Last year was a lot lower, but definitely no weapons there. And then this year, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you could also back then they weren't throwing the ball like they do now. You're not seeing quarterbacks throw 40, 50 times a game. Besides if you're Tom Brady or Peyton Manning, and then Phillip Rivers had a great running game. So I mean, that's you could also allude to that why his numbers weren't also high. Patrick Mahomes, I mean, you fucking saw it in college. He threw for 500 yards. Well, he nearly fucking threw it 60 times. So yeah, you should have over nearly 500 yards if you throw it 60 times. I mean, to tell you the truth, I mean, like if I'm from OC, dude, I'm not not the type of guy that likes to sling the ball a lot, because if you sling the ball, I mean, there's going to be a lot of turnovers. You should already know by now what type of style I am. Hard nose defense and let's run the ball.
Well, I'm glad you didn't put this specific man. We talked about it earlier. I'm glad you didn't put him in there, or did you? Repeat your list again. I need to write it down actually.
Cam Newton, Kurt Warner, Matthew Stafford, Michael Vick, Big Ben, Patrick Mahomes, Phillip Rivers, Drew Brees, Peyton, and Tom Brady.
Okay, because we had two guys here who put Eli at 4, named James and Marco. And I don't know, maybe the cover photo maybe told him Eli, but I don't know.
With Eli, I think a lot of people. I mean, to me, I always thought that he had a duck arm. As far as like,
so he had a what?
A duck.
Oh yeah, he had a noodle arm, but he was more of your. I thought he was more of your short, intermediate route running quarterbacks. I mean, not route running, route throwing quarterbacks. I mean, he could throw. He could probably throw you open in certain instances, but he was more your 20 and less type. He was in the same boat as Dak. He was short, dink and dunk, just efficient, try not to turn the ball over.
No, I mean, I think shots. I think Dak was more of a guy that would take more shots than Eli.
Yeah, definitely he does. I mean, it's just like,
well, without Victor Cruz and Odell Beckham, there really wasn't much of a target.
Yeah. He
didn't
have a run game either.
So I'm going to ask you what I asked them. You give me your explanation if you want, or if you want to just make it short and sweet, cool. Should Eli Manning be a first ballot Hall of Famer? First ballot being the key word.
Is he in this list?
He's in the short list, yeah.
What's the Hall of Fame class?
Ooh.
I know there's a certain amount of people that they take.
Okay, look, I got it for you right here. Because I meant to bring this up last week when we were going to do it, but I wasn't here, and y'all didn't have a pod anyway. But here,
can you send it to me?
List. Yeah, I can.
That's a nice hat. I like your hat.
Appreciate you, Brody.
Oh man,
I wanna burn it.
Those were the fucking days, man. We had Red Sox and the Yankees.
Well, we have the Yankees, just not the Red Sox.
No, we miss Poppy more than we miss,
That is true.
The captain. I miss my captain. Wish he can come back.
Ooh, J-Lo's bitch. No.
So these are the finalists: Eric Allen, Jared Allen, Willie Anderson, Anquan Bolden, Jahari Evans, Antonio Gates, James Harrison, Ronnie Harrison, Torrey Holt, Luke Kuechly, Eli, Robert Mathis, Steve Smith Sr., Terrell Suggs, Fred Taylor, Earl Thomas, Adam Vinatieri, Heinz Ward, Ricky Waters, Reggie Wayne, Vince Wilfork, Steve Wisniewski, Darren Woodson, and Marshall Yonda.
So I counted Marshall Yonda is not Hall of first ballot, but I've already before you even. I think I stopped calling it after Heinz Ward, but I already had 10 before Eli right there.
Do you think Heinz Ward's a Hall of Famer? Like
I don't think so. To me, he's borderline because if
Heinz Ward gets in, that's going to open the door for a lot of other second tier like receivers.
He's
not a number one.
Here's the thing, though. The reason why the reason why they would win games when Heinz Ward was there because of his ability to run block. I mean, it depends. Like
Heinz
Ward
was
you look at it,
team player. He was a total team guy. He didn't have to have the ball. He wasn't a diva. He was with one team for his entirety. You know what I mean? Like he was just a hard-nosed guy. Like that's it. That's what separates him from a lot of other people. But No, Hines Ward don't go in.
Yeah.
There's too many other people that need to go in before Hines Ward gets there. Just put it like that.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying to Marco too, because Marco originally said yes that Eli should be our first ballot, and then I made the argument. There's so many other guys that have been waiting. Even the finalists here, there are guys that have been waiting 4 or 5 years, still haven't gone in, and skill wise and success wise, they did much better than Eli Manning.
Now, let me tell you this. Devin Hester wasn't able to get. He wasn't able to get.
Should have been.
So I know they played two different positions, but if you tell me Devin Hester, even though like he wasn't the guy that got the ball all the time, but he was Mr. Anytime.
My thing is this: when you think, okay, putting Devin Hester versus a lot of other people is one word: game changer. Did he make a difference like Devin Hester? Devin Hester was a field changer. He gave you great field position. He gave you great splash plays, or he was just that guy in a kick return, or a return game, period. Like, there's not another one. The only one you can put next to him is the GOAT himself, and that's Prime. There's nobody else that did that like him. Dante Hall was close. He wasn't Prime.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if Antonio Gates never gets the fucking nod, I don't want to hear a tight end get in other than Gronk and Kelsey, and that's it.
To me, Antonio Gates gets in this year. He has to get in.
Hey, look, Jose. Hey, no, I agree with you, my nigga. Gates was goated. Couldn't be guarded. Sure hands, Mr. Reliable.
And he played basketball.
And he wasn't hurt like some of these other softies are. You know what I'm saying? This guy was always on the field.
Respectfully, James Harrison could pass. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna vote James Harrison in.
Not this year. I wouldn't in this class.
For James. I'm sorry, it's too soon for James. It's
his third year on the list. I'm like,
well, it's his third time as a finalist. I think it's his 5th year overall.
I give the next one. Because James Harrison was
semifinalist, yeah.
He was the beast. I'm James Harrison was a dog.
Okay, if you want to talk dogs, a guy on here, my guy, Rodney Harrison, was a dog. He hasn't been in here in forever. So if he doesn't get in before James Harrison doesn't go in.
Here's the thing. I think Luke Kuechly should be one. But
I agree. I'm with you.
I'm going right here. I'm going first ballot for Luke.
The thing is, if he gets it, and Rodney Harrison doesn't get it, then there's a problem.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, there's a problem.
I'm like,
you got to put them both in this year. If you're
but Luke was the best player at his position. Was Rodney Harrison ever the best safety? That's the thing. But with Luke Kuechly, he didn't play long enough.
That for me, that's the only criminal thing that you can say for me is he didn't have that lengthy career. But when he was from start to finish, best at his position.
Luke is a smart guy. He said, "I'm not gonna let concussions kill me," and he's still a Hall of Famer. Like, God damn.
Hey, but the thing is too, whenever we did the all-time defense,
you know why? Why I saw you?
Remember James?
Yeah.
It was like his second overall pick. I was like, it's too soon.
But my thing is this, dog. I love Rodney Harrison. Him and Ryan Clark come from that old school era where any part of their body can go, and they were shifty. They were game changers. They were playmakers. Rodney was a dog, bro, in the box and in the pass defense part. But I'm talking like Luke Kuechly, dog, was like Joe said it, bro. He was the guy at his position. Wasn't nobody taking him off of that. Like, so if Luke goes in, he goes in, bro. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Milton, ill Milton. No. Bad Saints fan. Bad Saints fan. Bad.
Yo. Yes, you can. So
there's a lot of good names on here. Steve Smith Sr., he's probably gonna get passed again, sadly.
Yeah, he will. He should.
Terrell Suggs. Who's
the best wide? Okay, real quick. Who's the best wide receiver on there?
Torrey Holt.
Yeah, Torrey got to go in, bro.
Smith.
No, Torrey got to go in.
You wouldn't put Reggie above Steve?
No, I'm not putting Reggie above Steve. I'm not.
Maybe.
I'm not.
I'll put Steve over Reggie probably.
I'm putting Steve over Reggie, dog.
Hey, flip of a coin. Flip of a coin. You know?
No.
Yonda for sure. I think needs to.
Marsh Yonder.
Mm-hmm. So, my boy Vince Wilfork will probably never get the nod, but keep on fighting, buddy. Keep on fighting.
Darren Woodson's still fighting to get in.
They need to put him in the Hall of Fame just for his overalls.
I don't think they did Drew Pearsall right.
Oh, he did.
He's already in. He's already in.
When did he get in?
A few years ago. Like ever since that video came out where he was pissed and he was crying, that's when they decided to put him in the next year.
I think Vince, to be hard for Vince because he was only a 3-down lineman, or not even 2-down lineman, because he wouldn't be on third and long. I mean, it's going to be really hard to put a defensive tackle that only played 2 downs.
Him in them overalls is enough for him to get in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yes. That was when he went to Houston. I remember him in those overalls, bro. Never get that picture out of my head now.
Dude, that was so ugly, bro. I hated it so much, bro. Like, my thing was just because of his longevity with the Patriots, bro. I felt like, and Patriots did know when it was time to let players go. I give them that. They never hold on to no dead weight, bro.
He was a fucking nose guard that never moved.
Yeah, but you could also not move. You
couldn't move him either, man. He would be right there,
bro. It was like putting one of those water buffalo.
You hated him for good reasons.
No, because we had a fucking kid like that, and when I played in,
so he was like jealous.
He was like 400 pounds, and I hated I was like, bro, I fucking hate blocking you.
Exactly. It was perfect.
Yeah, but he never made any moves. He just stood there. Like
exactly, you can't move him. That's your problem, not his.
Ain't a lot of people that can move 400 pounds like that, bro.
All right, so we got your list. We got your answer about Eli, and I'm glad you're in with us with the consensus. I do have a game for y'all. It's obviously going back to a topic we talked about earlier. So James, look at me, James.
Yes, sir.
Look at me.
Yes, sir.
Would you rather Saquon Barkley edition?
Oh, you got. Hang on. What you told us? You got to say it the right way.
Oh yeah. Would you rather Saquon Barkley edition? All right. This is gonna be a great list of names. I hope y'all. I'm glad y'all are here. So remember this. Saquon Barkley. Oh, I'm sorry. Saquon Barkley. Or Michael Turner.
Barkley.
Saquon.
Okay. Saquon Barkley or Jamal Charles.
Barkley.
Barkley.
I'm gonna have to go Saquon.
Saquon Barkley or Terrell Davis.
Barkley.
I thought he was gonna hit me with something else, boy.
I'm
thinking Barkley.
Terrell Davis didn't have a long career. I think.
He wasn't as shifty as Saquon. That's what you did.
No,
he won the MVP though.
Yeah, but
he didn't Saquon yet.
Yeah, but fuck it. He played less games than Saquon. I'm about to go with Saquon, but
it's loading.
I mean, if Terrell Davis has played a longer career, I think more people will respect his game more. But I'm gonna go Saquon.
Cool. Saquon, I spoiled it. Saquon Barkley or Ezekiel Elliott?
Saquon.
Zeke.
I'm like, as much as it's painful for me to say, it's Barkley, bro.
Nah, I'm just playing. Yeah, hell yeah, it's Barkley.
Bro, this is hard for me. I like Ezekiel Elliott.
I did too, but it's the same argument you got for Terrell Davis.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
Short span of greatness.
Like his peak wasn't as long.
Fuck, bro, it was crazy. But that's going back. His is going back to college too, though. Like Saquon was a good running back in college too for Penn State, but the way Ezekiel played at Ohio State, bro, it was ridiculous. Leading up, like
but
people
he took care of his body.
Believe it.
That's why.
Like they're like, don't believe in the hype. He's not gonna do the same thing in the NFL, bro. I'm gonna have to go with Saquon just because the same argument though.
Once we lost Travis Frederick, it was downhill.
Okay, Saquon Barkley or Sean Alexander.
That's a good one, bro.
That is a good one.
I would go Barkley just because Sean Alexander fell off a cliff, bro. Like after that MVP season, all downhill after that.
I'm gonna go for what I think Saquon is more well rounded. Like Sean was a bruiser, kind of a bruiser with no finesse. Like Saquon kind of checks all the boxes, dog.
Here's the thing, though. Whenever Sean played, you weren't expecting a running back to do what Saquon's doing now.
Yeah.
It's a pass catcher. Back then, you wanted the bruising back.
Yeah, true.
Like, so
but I mean, you still had a few shifty guys, but I'm just saying, like, I'm just going off of preference. Like for me, it is basically preference.
That's all this is.
Yeah.
All right. Saquon Barkley or CJ2K?
Saquon.
Dude, I'm
like
Chris Johnson.
CJ's hamstrings could not stand throughout any of the seasons, bro. Like it's just frustrating to me seeing him like never healthy for a full season.
I'm gonna go with Chris Johnson. I'm sorry. Just give him the fucking ball, running a dive downhill. He's gonna find his way out of a 7-man front.
All right, James, did you give me an answer?
No, this is hard, bro. This is my guy. See, y'all don't understand. I was a huge CJ2K fan. Oh man. Again, I'm gonna go Saquon, man. God.
I'm the only one that picked Chris Johnson.
Oh.
All right, Saquon Barkley or Matt Forte?
Saquon.
Forte, Dougie. Forte. There ain't nobody better than Forte. I swear to God. Saquon does not touch Forte.
Oh my God, Alex, stop, bro.
Hey, that dude was a fantasy monster back in the day.
He is a pass backing cat.
Right around his announcement, like to the Bears, like bro, that was right around the time I started playing fantasy football, bro. He was so goated, bro.
Straight out of Tulane first year, dog. Like shit.
He was so goated. 100 yards receiving, 100 yards rushing. Dude was phenomenal.
He was CMC before CMC.
For real. He could take a screen and go crazy.
All right, I got 3 more names to go here. All right.
Hold on. If you fucking put Shady McCoy, I'm fucking walking out.
I thought about it, but nah, I wasn't gonna go because I knew what your answer was gonna be anyway. Saquon Barkley or Ricky Williams?
Ricky was good, but he couldn't stay off the drugs.
Yeah, he couldn't stay off the weed.
Ricky was so goated.
We're talking about college running back, him over anybody else.
Yeah, is that close for the NFL? But if you go college, I think Ricky Williams is better in college than Saquon was.
Barkley, bro. I'm like,
I'm gonna go Barkley too, but Ricky was a fool with them dogs.
Hey, but Ricky was the only guy ever to be traded a whole draft class for himself.
All right.
How was Mike Ditka not fired right after that?
Hey, shout out to Mike Ditka, man. I hope everything's all right. He's on hospice right now.
Oh man.
Must be laying next to Pop right now. They're like, hell yeah, brother, we're gonna get through this together.
Be like Forrest Gump and Lieutenant Dan.
Is Pop back yet?
No.
Pop's already at the hospital, but slow recovery.
Yeah, he probably won't come back at all this year, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Saquon Barkley, Marshawn Lynch.
I'm about to go with Marshawn. He was winning mine.
I'll go Marshawn. Just right now.
I just love torturing James.
Like, is this all his favorite running back list or something?
Dude,
it seems
those are the running backs I gravitated to. Beast Mode, CJ2K, they're like my favorites, dog. Like, I'm gonna go Beast Mode. I'm gonna go Beast Mode, dog.
He just whenever it comes to a darker skin against a lighter skin, he gonna pick dark skin. Light skin.
The darker you are, the more James you are.
The more you run faster, dog. You run faster, you run harder.
The more darker you are, the real naysayer you are. All right. Last one.
Statement.
Last one. Saquon Barkley or Derrick Henry?
Oh, damn.
I thought you were gonna go AP. I was gonna walk off.
No, I was never gonna go crazy like that.
Ah, shit. It's
I'm
all
like,
about preference, dog. I'm going Saquon.
All time right now, I would give it to Henry just
Oh yeah,
over the past couple of years. But if we're talking this year, Saquon.
yeah.
I'm picking Derrick
Longevity.
Henry.
Well, I don't think they give you
You gotta
Marshawn
go
Lynch
Henry.
this year. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
No,
picking
but I'm
Derrick
saying
Henry.
because they're both active right now. So
yeah. So mind you, Saquon had like 2 years where he was out injured a lot. So
Yeah.
that puts him. So what I did was I looked at the all-time running backs list as far as yards wise.
Yeah.
Right now he's, unless they haven't updated from this week's games, he's sitting at number 79. And I was just giving you guys that are above him. Derrick Henry right now, all-time running backs or rushing yards is 24.
That's what I'm saying. Derrick Henry right now. I think Derrick Henry's a better running back.
So what about this? LT or Saquon Barkley?
I'm picking LT.
LT.
Give me LT.
LT.
Give me LT.
Oh, not even. That's why I'm not even touching the top 10. It's not even fair because
Didn't LT score like 22 touchdowns one season or 21?
I thought it was 30.
I think yeah, like 28.
I thought he got some 28 or 30.
Was it?
Yeah.
So he had 28 for rushing and 3 for receiving. So he hit 31.
Dude, there's nobody that's gonna fucking touch that. And then he played less games than any of these other running backs gonna play.
He played only 11 years. Yeah.
Yep.
Talking about in the season two, he even catch up to that. He played 16 games.
He didn't not hit 1,000 until year 9, and that was his final year with San Diego.
And he got shipped up to the Jets.
And he still hit 900 yards the next year. But yeah, that dude was crazy. But y'all got any final words before we hop off for the night?
No, man.
No. Hey, one thing about the man, fucking Jeff, he was talking about what's his name? About the Miami Heat and shit.
Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah, like, bro, he's talking shit like how he fucked up. I was gonna say it on our text thread. But I was in the middle of like getting my game plan ready for the Turkey Bowl. You know what I'm saying? I got some schemes I got dialed up. But but bro, it's a regular season game. I was gonna bring up. I wasn't gonna, but I know you guys were gonna say something.
Why?
I was gonna bring up the NBA Finals when they played against the Heat and Pop took out Tim Duncan, right?
Oh yeah, bro. That
and then he was like what do you call? Hold on, let me read it.
He pulled him out and he couldn't get the rebound. And LeBron was able to get the rebound, kick it out to Ray Allen.
It was Chris Webber, no? Chris Webber got the rebound. He kicked it out to
LeBron got the rebound to Ray Allen.
Yeah,
Chris Webber was retired by then.
No, not Chris Webber.
Like that. I remember that, bro. We were literally getting ready to go downtown to party.
Oh no, LeBron shot it. Chris Bosh rebounded it. Yep.
Look, he said the biggest boneheaded coaching mistake in NBA history better be talked about. Okay, we're gonna talk about it. All right. Yes, Coach Popovich fucked up in the NBA Finals. The finals, not a regular season game against the Detroit Pistons. All right. This is what I can't like.
You can't deal with it, Alex. You can't deal with it.
There's things that people like to bring up, but don't bring up the other side of the other fucking side of it. You know what I mean? They like to pick on.
This is why I can't stand Cowboys fans.
Whoa.
No, but it's like, bro, if we're gonna call out people and call out coaches, do it to your same coach, your same player.
No, but you typically get people to say shit and not know that it's happened before, or like you don't know why I did it, and then he owned up to it. It wasn't like he went and was like, "Well, it was on my assistant or somebody." He said, "I made a mistake. It cost us a game."
Bro, also
I should have known.
Also, this was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Why do I care about this today? Fucking Jeff just wants to freaking complain about Spoelstra. Like, I'm sorry. He's like, why didn't he fire him? Because he just extended him and he's taking the team to 6 finals.
I'm not firing nobody over no damn timeout.
For real.
He took Jimmy Butler and
in fucking what November? I'm fired.
Tyler Hero and Duncan
the
Robinson.
NBA Finals. What?
Twice.
So, dude, I mean, it's crazy. Like, I know I called out. What's the name before?
He had to be
Marco.
trolling though, bro.
I called Marco out before. Like, hey, if you're gonna call out.
Trust me, James got freaking Marco in his feelings about the Chiefs earlier today.
No, but I'm saying like
we called him out, and he didn't know who Priest Holmes was.
Oh my god! Hey, Priest Holmes' son played against my brother here. He went to Antonian High School. I saw him.
Bro, because we literally said, who is the famous Chiefs running back that is from San Antonio? And he was like, I don't know.
Marco. He said, Marco, what's his last name?
Monreal?
Morial. Yeah, it's the famous
No, he said, I don't know. And then he tried to hit me and James with what's Jerry Jones' birthday.
I was like, when was World War II? I don't know.
But like, no, like I'm saying, like, why are you gonna bring up shit like that? But then your team did the same thing. Like, I understand you guys like. I mean, they like to talk shit about the Bears, but I mean, yeah, I admit, like, yeah, they fucked up. I admit to it. I'm not gonna say, well,
he had to be trolling though. I don't think he could be that.
This is Jeff.
I don't know.
They fired him in November is crazy, bro.
But this happened 2 weeks ago. For him to bring it up today,
I know.
That's what I mean.
Crazy.
Well, I mean, that's just.
He wants to fire Spo, but Pop hasn't been able to take us back to the playoffs in 6 years. Respectfully, like, you know what I mean?
We coming around the corner, man. We coming around the corner.
I don't know.
I'm always gonna respect the Spurs though. Like, I'm not gonna talk down on them. But the one thing that gets me is like the type
Alex,
of
you gotta think about who it's coming from, man.
The type of Spurs fan.
The same guy that thinks Kobe and Wade is trash. Like,
Joe, Jeff is bad. Jeff is hypocritical on a lot of shit. There's times he makes arguments about why Kobe and the Lakers shouldn't have won 2002 or Wade should have won 2006. But it's like you're contradicting yourself because if we put the same narrative to the Spurs versus Pistons or Spurs versus Cavs or whatever, it's the same shit.
The Knicks.
Half a season.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a full episode of Jeff Bayless show out there. Go check it out. I don't know what episode number it was, but it was last year.
How was he with the Cowboys? I noticed that the Cowboys won, and he was the only one in the group text that wasn't like happy.
I wasn't happy either with the Cowboys winning.
I was happy with the kickoff return. That's all I was happy about.
No, I was mad. I was like, bro, we can't even tank right. I was like, are you serious?
But I think my brother was right. I mean, he called the Commanders' season going downhill pretty early. He's like, even when they played against the Bears, he's like, Kings. What's his name? Kingsbury. His offense. His offense has been pretty. If you go back to his college days, I mean, it's gonna eventually wear out throughout the season. He doesn't like to run the ball. He puts too much on the quarterback's plate, and then defenses finally got film on how to play you and how to dial up schemes to cover everybody. And I mean, it's starting to show bad. And Jaden Daniels now, I think it's a no-brainer right now. As Bo Nix is Rookie of the Year. I called it a couple weeks ago, and he's
Bobo, baby.
Well, if we're in Vegas right now, Jaden Daniels will still be leading right now. If you look at the numbers, Jaden by a sliver right now.
It's just crazy. I think right now too, Caleb's actually playing better than Jaden too.
I'm not arguing the last 2 weeks, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm definitely on your side on that one because I know he's not a bust, as some people want him to be.
Hey, he's not throwing picks, bro. It's funny. It's finally like good to see our quarterback not. I mean, he might fucking throw like 5 picks this week, but
he might hang on to the ball a little bit too long.
Hey, I mean, like
that's
you said,
boy.
It's a rookie. It's. I gotta stop being so.
You just missed Justin. I know.
I get real frustrated because I'm like, fuck. Our offensive line's playing good, and then that shit happens. They sack him with a 3-man rush, and he has all day to sit back, and he gets sacked. I'm like, fuck. And I already knew that shit was gonna happen too. I was calling it.
I'll be honest, Alex. For the I know you said you're only out of it in one of the last 5 games. I mean, but like if you win the Hail Mary game, you get the kickoff on Green Bay, and then you don't let the overtime loss happen. Like I really thought y'all be about 7-4 right now, and y'all be really in the thick of it with the rest of the NFC North.
Yeah.
Which all of them are like one game behind the other.
And it's crazy too. Like everybody has the Packers and the Vikings in their top 10 or even top 5 maybe, and the Bears are right there, literally right there to fucking beat them.
You're calling it now. The Bears are going to upset the Lions tomorrow night or Thursday night.
Thursday night, yeah.
I'm telling you, dog. There's something about Jared Goff and the Bears defense.
It's happened like the 6 or 7 times in Thanksgiving. The Bears beat the Lions, even last year. So.
It was a couple years ago that they beat them, but it's Jared Goff and the Bears defense, bro.
No,
it doesn't matter who's the
I
defense.
think it was last year too.
Was it?
Well, last year was the Packers. The Packers beat the Lions.
The Lions don't play good on Thanksgiving. I don't know what St. Brown is fucking talking about on this podcast. They're always talking shit. I'm like, get a fucking win on Thanksgiving, then you could probably talk.
Damn, on Thanksgiving, that's all you got to do. Just get a win.
I mean, he's talking about everybody on like talking bad on the whole division. Like Detroit hasn't been bad for the past 100 years.
Bro, that's the world we live in, man. You give these guys a mic and they
leave them alone, bro. At least they're winning. What the fuck is Micah doing?
Chill out, bro. Dang.
Am I wrong?
He played good.
Am I wrong?
Has he not been good since he came back?
Yeah, Michael's been playing good.
Just that one time.
Didn't he he nearly got a strip sack on Jaden, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had what? I think 2 last week.
All right, fellas. The Detroit Lions haven't won on Thanksgiving since 2016.
Oh, damn.
Last year they did lose to the Packers. The year before that they lost to the Bills. The year before that they lost to the Bears.
Oh, that game was fire though. That Bills game was fire.
There was. The year before that they lost to the Texans. The year before that they lost to the Bears. The year before that they lost to the Bears.
Hey, what's up, Alex?
And the year before that they lost to the Vikings. It's been 10 years since the Lions beat the Bears in a Thanksgiving game.
That's crazy. Okay, Alex, I got you, dog. I'm all in, dog. Let's go Bears. Bears
and,
baby.
And for a fun note, New England Patriots beat the Lions 45-24 on Thanksgiving, 2010.
Damn.
I need to give myself some props. You know, I'm not doing much over here. You know, gotta give myself something. You know.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. I wasn't able to get in the beginning of the pod. I would love to hear the Kansas City madness because I was ready to fucking dial in on them, but that's I could save it for another week.
I mean, it's what are you gonna say different than you said before? Have you gone to Kansas City? Have you been to a game? He's already done both, so leave him alone there. Who was born in Kansas City, won in Kansas City, and lives in Kansas City to this day?
If he doesn't even know who was Priest Holmes, I mean that's a red
But
flag.
you knew that. You knew he didn't know. We know this. Come on.
It was fun. It was fun.
Is that why he hopped off? Oh, he had a soccer game, right?
No, he had a soccer game.
No, that's what it was. He got him mad.
What's he gonna do? Warm up the bench for the other guys?
I told him if he didn't score, he got to come back.
I'm just fucking with him.
That's family for you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Steve.
Well, anyways, guys, that's all I got for tonight. Good times. Going over 2 hours.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
tired. I'm sleepy. I worked all day. Joe, you did too. James, you did too. Alex, maybe. I'm just kidding. But guys, thank y'all for watching, whether it was live or on demand. It was good times. Guys, catch Joe and the People's Debate on Wednesday nights on Facebook, on YouTube. Check them out there. You can always follow Alex, the professor, and Humble Hater James here on Puro Pinche Sports every Tuesday night. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter at Puro Pinche Sports.
Craigslist.
Ooh, Craigslist too, yes.
That still exists?
I don't know.
You guys might see a couple videos from the Turkey Bowl if Jose fucking goes.
Hey, let's get
This
it.
this man's been begging me. He said, "Are you going? Are you going? Are you going? Are you going? Can you
Hey,
ref?
so-
Can you ref?"
So Alex, you running like a 3-4? What kind of defense we running?
We're gonna run a cover 3 disguise cover 2. And we're gonna try to get the quarterback rattled up and hopefully he throws the ball.
You may or may not see this at the Turkey Bowl or
Bring
on
it.
Craigslist.
I got we got a good team celebration when we get picks.
And then just
Hey.
remember, Saturday night, Texas versus Texas A&M.
Oh
The
fuck!
rivalry is back.
That's
Dude,
At that same time, Jose, War Games.
War games.
What's war games?
Wrestling, Lucha. You don't care.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm only looking at who
You got Texas.
I'm looking
What's
at my
it?
girl.
Texas. Everybody pick Texas.
You're going A&M, aren't you?
I think there might be an upset.
It's A&M, brother. I'm sorry.
I think so too. I'm so sorry. I think there's an upset.
I'm scared too, dog. I ain't gonna lie, dog.
Oh, look at that.
There's just something about it. I just have a feeling everyone's been
Okay.
failing. Even look at Alabama last week.
The winner goes to the SEC championship game though, so that's crazy.
My thing is this, bro. I don't like the way Quinn finished that game, and I don't like the fact that they kept him in there. Like Archie should have got the burn to close it out, so we would, we'd be good. But like Texas A&M, man, that the defensive ends and the linebackers that they got, bro.
Hey,
Shoot, they just got beat by Auburn.
Ewers is gonna be a great undrafted pickup. Third string behind Daniel Jones.
He's gonna be a top 15 pick.
Ooh.
Ew.
What?
No.
Okay, he could be a top 15 pick,
I'm
and he will be cut by just like Josh Rosen. He will be just. He will
Like
not do
Josh
good in the
Rosen?
pros. Yeah, he will not do good in the pros.
Josh Rosen? Yo. So what quarterback?
And then the man Archie Manning will actually lead them to win it all.
Archie.
Who's going to be the first quarterback off the board?
Probably be Shador.
Cam Ward.
Yeah, it's one of those two. It's gonna be a popularity contest.
I don't like neither one of them, to be honest with
Me
you.
neither. I think this QB draft class isn't that good.
It's basura. Patriots trade back and let's get more tackles.
Y'all need to go out the boy from LSU.
No, you need to get Drake May, actual wide receiver.
No, we need to get some big boys in the Big Ten. I'm just saying.
Maybe
guys, we can play in the cold.
That dude McMillan from Arizona.
We need big boys that can play in the cold. So Big Ten boys.
The Sun Devils are pretty good this year, right? The Arizona Sun Devils.
Yeah, they're okay this year.
Yeah, that's my brother's favorite team. They're pretty solid.
It's okay.
Sir.
Well, guys, that's all we got for tonight. That's it.
Okay.
Sports Mailman, the Professor, Humble Hater James. What do you want trying to show us, Alex? I'm trying to close out for the 20th time tonight.
Hold on. I'm doing a promo for Turkey Bowl. You got to see this.
Promo.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
I put the new era. It's pretty funny.
Where do I even play at?
We play at we play Pleasanton. Hold up, throw this.
He wants me to go all the way down there,
bro. Jose, I swear you're not gonna be.
I'm not gonna be awake at 9. I'm not gonna be awake at 9. Okay. What is that supposed to represent? You missing your boy?
Yeah.
You see, Joe, this is the shit I've got to deal with. I'm just trying to end the show. I'm trying to say goodnight. I'm trying to leave. I got a long day tomorrow. Leave me alone. Good night, everybody.
Long weekend, baby.
We are out.